We did it! We made it through another book! That's right. That's 3 down, folks. But we're not done yet. We're going to keep going here on Cosmic Chronicles, the podcast where we follow 2 first-time readers, Sheta and Justin, who chronicle their journey through Brandon Sanderson's Cosmere series. On today's episode, we'll be wrapping up Mistborn, the Well of Ascension. And we will also be previewing Mistborn, the Hero of Ages. So now let's get this excitement rolling by throwing it over to our host. This is Joe. Thank you, Joe. Hey, everyone. As you heard from him, my name's Joe, and I'm with Sheta and Justin.
No, he's not. He's alone.
He's been talking to himself for weeks and thinking there's other people here.
Well, that'd certainly be weird when I edit the videos and I'm hearing stuff and putting it out there.
Man.
People responding
all
to
the comments are like, man, this guy, how does he hold a whole show on his own without saying anything for the majority of it?
With only Joe and Joe.
Mm-hmm.
I could spoil the end of a 90s movie, but I won't.
Yes, please don't.
All right, but as you know, today we did not do any new chapters because we are going to be recapping the Well of Ascension, and then later on we will be looking at the covers for the Hero of Ages.
Woohoo!
All right. So, and since we're going to be answering stuff about all sorts of stuff with this, I'm just going to skip the random questions at the beginning because you'll have plenty of other questions to answer.
Sounds good.
All right. Right now, just which one of you decides who wants to go first when you're asked questions?
I'm indifferent. I think Sheta
I'll
should
go
go first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Justin steals my ideas sometimes.
Yeah.
And now it'll be much easier to do.
And I also just realized that it's I think it's Justin's turn to recap last week's episode.
Well, Sheta said she was going first, so
for questions,
recaps
you still have
don't count.
You have to recap last week's episode.
Recap last week's episode. So there had been a war. Vin passed out for weeks. Ellen came back, said, "It's okay that you went against all my morals and values because I see that they're totally wrong." Sazed was reading some books and saw some weird stuff. Vin went to where she thought the Well of Ascension was. They walked in, they followed some shadow guy. Marsh showed up and beat the shit out of Sazed, but then he threw some rings into his chest and he was able to get all buff and beat him up a little bit, but not quite enough, but pretty close. Who was it? Ham showed up and smacked him in the head. The shadow cut Ellen across the stomach, killing him. Vin took the power, knew she could save him, but knew that the right thing to do was to not because of all the ancient texts they've read. The right thing was to let the power go. So she let it go. A voice was like, "LOL, trolled you, bitch," and then appeared in the world. She was like, oh shit. Then that shadow gave her some metal ball things that she fed to Ellen that turned him into an Elemencer and let him live. And then Sazed gave faith because we learned that no writing and no metal minds, nothing can be trusted because this thing can edit them, which was horrifying, and they looked out towards an uncertain future. That's my memory of it.
That was really good.
Well, there is some stuff you can trust because words written in steel, written in metal.
Well, you know, let's hope so, unless the thing wrote that too, for all I know, for some kind of long-term troll it's trying to do.
And then also, I just like the last line where Ellen's just like, "We'll do what Kelsier told us to do. We will survive."
Mm-hmm.
Just keeping Kelsier alive in their hearts.
Yep.
All right. Yep, so that was pretty good. Point of inspiration.
Yeah, I'm so proud.
Yeah, so you'll get double your proficiency in one thing today.
Sweet. I'm taking it in answering questions. Or proficiency in fan casting. That's what I take.
All right, so with the questions. So like we said, we'll go Sheta, Justin, Joe for all of them. So first off, I'll just ask, what are your overall thoughts of this book?
I liked it. I did enjoy it. The book kind of focusing on Vin and Ellen's relationship selfishly, because that's what I was interested in. And Vin's growth as a person, growing to trust people. I like to see more of Vin's story, so I liked it overall.
And I enjoyed how dark and unhappy everything got, especially towards the end. much ended exactly like I hoped, and even more unhappy than I had hoped or expected. So that was, well, fun's not the right word, but interesting. The whole book felt hopeless almost the whole time through, and when they found some hope at the end, it turned out it was all a lie. So I always enjoy that.
Yeah, I guess I like being really depressed sometimes.
Well, I'm fine with that sort of stuff when it's like the middle of a series. If that was like the end of the series, I wouldn't be as big of a fan.
Depends how epically it's done, how well it fits the themes of the story.
Yeah, I think it was done really well.
All right, for me, I go back like the first time I listened to this, I liked a lot of it. I didn't like all of it. There were parts in the middle where first time I went through, I thought were a little bit too slow, or I just could not get as into it. The ending is fantastic, though. The second time I went through it, I did like it more than the first time because some of that slower stuff I was able to, knowing where it goes, get into it some more. Plus, I think with the pace we went to, it wasn't too slow, and being able to discuss it with others who enjoyed it did make it easier to catch some of that other stuff too. So overall, I liked it. Not the best. I still like Final Empire more, but I still enjoyed this a bit.
It's hard for me to say which I liked more because to me, they're both. Maybe it'll be different when I finish, then I can look at them separately, but maybe it's also just reading them so close. They feel like just part of the same story to me. So it's very hard for me to judge in that way.
I just love Kelsier, so I miss him.
But you got Zane in this one to replace him.
Zane is not good. He's not as good. He's not even comparable. No offense to my Zane.
None taken.
All right. Any criticisms that you have for this book?
I would have liked to have some more focus on the other members of the group. Like, even though I said I liked seeing more of Vin and Elend, I really liked the whole gang, like Ham, Spook, and poor Dachshund, and them, because that was like kind of, I really enjoyed that about Mistborn, and I was excited to see where the rest of them would go and what they would do in this next book, but they really didn't do anything. They just kind of sat around. So I'm surprised any of them survived because they didn't really do anything. So.
I had one complaint that I said in a previous podcast, but I cannot remember what it was. Oh no, was that in the previous book? Maybe it was. No, I think just about everyone's going to disagree, but I would have actually liked more of the political stuff. I was very interested in that. I like seeing how their attempt at a government works and seeing how they try to build it, what's different about it from our world and real world historical analogies, what's similar and different. So just more exploration of that stuff, but I know a lot of people don't like that stuff that much.
It was really interesting. It's always interesting to play with like politics in a completely made up world.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree. I would like to see more too.
Yeah, because I didn't, I tried not to bring it up through this, but I know I'm seeing other stuff. Like, typically when people say, like, their least favorite Cosmere book, usually they'll put either Well of Ascension or Elantris. Just those ones people feel are, like, too slow or something like that. But yeah, I didn't want to bring that up at all because I wanted you two to go in with completely fresh eyes and see everything.
I could have used more of that stuff. I find that world building very interesting. Otherwise, no, I don't really have any complaints. I don't even know if I'd call that one.
I know, for me, criticisms I have, one thing would be similar to Sheta, seeing a little bit more of the crew, especially like Ham and Dachshund, just did not have much focus in here.
Mm-hmm.
And another criticism I have is, it is like the middle portion, like some of the politics stuff I did feel wasn't the best. I'm trying to think, like, when I first went through it, just reading, like, oh, another chapter of Elend in his study reading books. Like, I felt like there was a different.
That's my thing. I would have liked to see those books. That's kind of what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Instead of just saying he read these books, it's kind of like that speech Elend gave at the end of the previous book. I would have very much liked to see it instead of just being told that it's happening.
Yeah.
So that
are these ideas? Yeah.
That helps me. That's how I would articulate my complaint.
Yeah, it's like I understand why the politics stuff was in there because it builds Elend up to be a better ruler towards the end. But I would have liked to have maybe have it a little bit different where instead of him always just in his office reading books, talking with like Ham and Tyndall and stuff about it, maybe some more stuff of the assembly so you can see more of them like discussing all that.
Mm-hmm. Stuff like that would be interesting too.
Yeah. Which I guess that this one, I guess we'll also go into like next question I have. They kind of blend together, but if you have anything else you want to throw in, because any changes that you would make, even though I know we kind of already brought some of that up.
My main one is now this is I'm really biased, but I would not have killed Zane yet. I think that his character would have been worth at least one more book. Maybe he's not dead though, but I would have liked to see him. I think he's a good villain. I think I would have liked to see him come back as like a straight up villain with a vengeance or something. After being spurned.
He's still
He has
good.
Yeah, I hope so, but I'm still hoping for Kelsier too. So
Kelsier will return. We still believe it. What's the faith called around him again?
the survivor.
I think
Yeah. We are followers of the survivor.
The survivor hath sin.
Mm-hmm.
They're all gonna come back, and then it'll be a real harem with all of Vin's dead lovers.
Nope. God, no. No. Now I hope they all stay dead
I didn't
forever.
set this up. I didn't set it up.
Going into the harem after she's already married is it kind of reminds me about some of the stuff that annoyed me about Sword Art Online.
Well, that sounds like some kinky stuff.
Yeah,
Main
some
love
people are
interest.
into that.
Main love interest already spent like 15 episodes with them together. All right, now we'll start throwing in all the other love interest. But he's already why? But yeah, for changes, I already said like having a little bit more Dachshund and Ham in there. A little bit more of some stuff with the assembly, less of just Ellen reading books. And the other one I'd make will be one that will be controversial and everyone will probably get pissed off at me for. I might not even be fully on it, but maybe throw a little bit more drama into the Ellen, Vin, Zane storyline.
Ooh, I'm all for it.
More drama.
More because
I was surprised there was as much as there was. Of course, you agree.
because like because throughout the story it's like Vin's in love with Ellen, Ellen's in love with Vin, and Zane's just sort of there. Vin has no feelings for him. Maybe put it where maybe she does have a little bit of feelings for him. Maybe she is contemplating which to. It will still end the same with, Vin choosing Ellen and murdering Zane. But before
Is
that,
murder the correct word?
Whoa!
Okay,
No.
Defending herself against crazy as Zane.
I about that. I was really waiting all book for some brotherly face-off to fight for Vin.
But
yeah.
But I do understand that. I do understand that having Vin being torn between the two would be pretty unpopular because people will see it as her being unfaithful to Ellen because he's dedicated
like a
to
slut.
her. Yeah, and especially people who already got invested in that relationship after one book, and then all of a sudden she's fallen for some new guy. But I've read rom-com mangas before, so I can deal with a little bit of drama. Maybe even have her kiss Zane in the middle.
Whore.
But yeah, that is the issue that would happen with it is a lot of people would find Vin very negative because of that. And I'm not fully on board with it. It's just an idea that I thought of. Well, we'll just go on to our next question now that I'm done ruining the story.
You monster.
All right, next we'll ask, what are your top and favorite moments of the book?
I really liked when Zane says he loves Vin, because I didn't think he would ever say something like that, even though he said it kind of in a weird, psychopathic way. And I really
in a weird psychopathic way.
Yeah, kind of. I also really like when Vin runs to Ellen after she kills Zane. And I was like, wow, that's one way to make your choice. Kill the other guy and run to the guy that you do pick. My other favorite part is the end, when the thing is freed from the well.
Any other parts?
No, just those. Or there's a lot, but yeah, probably favorites.
My favorite parts are Vin jumping through the air and cutting Straff and his horse in half and then forcing everyone to bow for her, or for Ellen technically. Sazed realizing that this thing has been manipulating all the texts that he's dedicated his entire life around and completely losing all faith in everything he's ever believed. And yeah, just those two parts.
Okay, cool.
All right, with me, I will go with Vin exploding a man's head with a headbutt. That was awesome. Vin flying through the air and killing Straff, because after 2 books, I was so ready for him to be dead.
Yes.
Especially this book made Straff one of the most hateable characters ever. And also one of the lamest characters. He's such a loser.
Hashtag Straff did nothing wrong.
Stop saying it.
Well, he ran his war wrong, because if he did nothing wrong, then he'd be alive and the ruler.
Yeah.
No,
And
he had no
he got-
choice. Vin cheated by using magic metals. She should have fought fair.
He had
suppose-
magic
Straff
metals.
would have. No, he
Straff?
had people with magic metals.
No, he's an Allomancer.
Yeah, but he didn't use it in a cheating way. That's what I'm trying to say.
willingly becoming a drug addict.
When you're fighting against bastards like this, you got to use everything to your advantage. That's all
Also,
I'm saying.
treating the people who are taking care of you like garbage and thinking that
It's
nothing
his
bad will
right
happen
as a
to
ruler. Well, they should have known their place.
And then my other favorite moment would be when Vin released the thing. You just hear, "I am here." Just
you. Free.
since we started this podcast, I've been waiting to reach that moment. That's been one thing, because that when I first read it blew my mind. I just wanted you two to get to that point.
Yeah,
Exactly
that was
what I
scary.
thought was going to happen, but it was still horrifying to read.
It was not what I expected. It was very scary.
Really?
I was just like, "What's happening? You did the right thing."
Even though I've been saying since the first book that that's basically what would happen.
I knew something would go wrong.
Well, that was one of Justin's 2 ideas at the end.
What surprised me was the text being unreliable. That was the
Oh,
thing that was mind
I
blowing.
didn't expect that to happen.
I always thought it was going to be like a, a fake thing behind it.
All right, now, which death in the story impacted you the most?
Lane, of course, but I would also say Tyndall.
Yeah,
I
I'm
did-
going with Tyndall.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know Tyndall's very emotional with Sade's reaction and everything to it, but my answer would have to be Doxson, just because we were with him since the first book, and the way his last scene was written, just him kind of being there, just like, everything's falling apart, we are all fucked, screw you, Kelsier.
See, I have trouble
Yeah,
picking somebody like that because to me, selfishly, I'm like, oh, thank God Hammond Brew, okay. Because I'm like, somebody has to die. This is a war. And I'm like, oh, thank God. Okay, so it's Doxson. I can live, which feels bad to think.
So
but, you know.
sad.
Well, when you think about it, from the original crew in the first book, like half of them are dead.
Hmm.
Because the original crew, you had Vin, Kelsier, Doxson, Ham, Breeze, Clubs, Spook, Marsh, Renew, Yeadon. So Kelsier, Clubs, Doxson, Renew, Yeadon.
Renew's not dead.
Yeah, he is.
Oh. Oh, yeah, he is. Damn it. I keep wiping that from my brain.
Yeah, Tensoon killed him and took his place.
I still cannot accept such a thing.
Yeah. Doxson is the last, he was one of the first people we met, so I did feel really sad to lose him too.
You just changed my pick. It's Orseer then. That's the one that affected me the most. I'm so sad about that.
Barely knew him.
You had an entire book with him.
Yeah, but he was always so distant, you know.
Yeah, but
He's
I
not
liked
a
him
friend.
already.
No, the character I loved is Tinsoon. Like,
No.
Now, let's go with your top 3 favorite characters from this book.
well, I just said Orseer, but I won't think of him as Orseer, but I mean Tensoon, Zane, and Tyndall.
Probably Orseer, Tensoon, Sazed, and I feel like I'm forgetting somebody very obvious.
Straff.
No, not Strap. I actually think Strap sucks. In a good way.
Yeah.
I just appreciate how much he sucks. Doesn't mean he did anything wrong.
I hate you.
I guess I'll just go Vin, I suppose. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody, though. But that's what I got for that.
All right. For me, it'd probably be Vin number 1. I just thought she was great in here. Her trying to figure out what she wanted, what her focus in life and all that was really good. Her being torn between Ellen and Zane and wondering how it all is. And then by the end, figuring out where her place is and all that, where I thought worked really well. And she exploded a man's head. I mean, that's always going to get bonus points. Number 2 would probably be Sazed. Same thing, I liked his storyline, him going through all the prophecies and all that. And as depressing as it is at the end for him to finally find love and then lose it, and then everything he believed in and collected over the years with religions all just falling apart and losing faith. Pretty depressing end for him in this book, but very well written.
Mm-hmm.
And third, oh yeah, I'll probably have to go with most likely Alrianne. I just found her so entertaining and her storyline great. Just kind of being the girl who just comes off as superficial and everything, and then being like, oh no, she's actually more conniving and smarter, and then you kind of question, does she actually care about Breeze and them? Then manipulating her father in order to help Breeze at the end.
Yes, we all know Ariane is best girl for Joe.
Yes.
Am I allowed to pick God as my favorite? Is that allowed?
No. Well,
No? Oh.
if you can say its name.
We'll see.
I'll tell you, the name was in this book somewhere.
Yeah, well, I didn't see it.
Oh my gosh. Spoilers.
Ellen
really.
Venture? Oh my...
It's Spook.
My God. It's Spook.
Alright, and then, who's your favorite new character out of the new characters that we got?
Probably Tensoon or Seer. I am sad that he disappeared for like the last third of the book. But...
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that.
Yeah, my answer would have to be either Alrianne or Set. I found them both very entertaining. Now I'll ask you, because in the first book, I asked you who you would marry. What was it? Sheta chose Spook. Justin chose Chanelariel. I chose Lady Kliss. So now, would you change which character you would marry?
Well, mine's dead, so...
Yeah, but if she didn't die, after everything you saw in this book, would you still choose her?
See, I'd say Alrianne, but I don't think I want somebody that good at manipulating me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. I know some people really like that. I don't think I would want that.
I don't know if you have much of a choice.
Yeah. So, of course, Alrianne. Of course, her. She's the best.
He is best girl.
Yes. No, I'm keeping with Shane. She's the best one.
I want to stay with Spook because he's kind of in the action, but can also come home and be safe. But I was kind of wondering how it would be to marry like someone like Orseer, like a Khandra.
Ew.
Not Zane, the person you've been drooling over the entire book.
Zane is not husband material, Joe.
Unlike Shane.
He might be okay for like a bad boy fling, but I would not want to settle. Yeah, I'll probably stay with Spook then.
All right.
He's a coward.
Then he'll come home.
Oh, I see.
And my answer should be obvious. It's switching to Alrianne.
Cheaters. I'm
not. I'm loyal.
Cheater.
Yeah, Sheta, except you're having your little side bad boy fling.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm just loyal, but in the end, I'll come back.
Spook will be desperate enough. He won't mind.
Yeah, see? That's why he's the best husband.
All right, and which characters would you like to see more of in The Hero of Ages?
Ooh, yes. I would like to see more of Tensoon. And yes, I just want him to come back.
Mm-hmm. Any other characters?
Well, yeah. I hope Zane and Kelsier come back.
Oh, you poor, poor thing. I want to see Ten soon, of course, and I want to see more God.
I also like, after the last book, I think Justin's answer was, I want to see more of Lady Kliss. And she did not appear in this book at all.
What's up with that? I thought for sure she was going to. The whole book I was waiting for that to pay off and be like, well, we've got our informant. She's the one who gets information from people.
Oh, yeah.
I was shocked. The whole book, like, there was a point where I'm like, I don't think she's going to come back.
I totally forgot about her.
Now, Justin, do you think she'll come back in the Hero of Ages?
At this point, honestly, maybe. Sometimes a writer's like, oh yeah, and then finds a role for a character. Even if it's just to die quick.
I could see that.
All right. Next, I'll ask you, what do you want to see in the Hero of Ages?
Ooh, okay. I want to see a new team up with Orseer, Sazed, New Elend, Vin, Hotter Spook, in a Young Avengers type style as the new team.
What the hell are you talking about?
Well, they have to regroup and come back and fight. So that's the lineup.
Where did the Young Avengers come from?
The new Young Avengers.
That's the part that threw me off. What's that?
Well, they gotta come in, like, carry the mantle of Kelsier's team.
The mantle of Kelsier's team.
Yep.
That's not a very good mantle.
Spook is the new clubs, he's carrying on the legend of clubs.
The legend.
Completely different power set, because Spook's a 10-eye, Clubs is a smoker.
He can eat one of those beads and become one.
Yeah. Everyone will eat a bead and become... Yep. Maybe even Ariane. Oh yeah, I forgot. Ariane will be on the team too.
Are we reading the same book?
Yes, you know all these characters.
No, I know that, but they're coming on a team? What are we like?
Well, they have to team up to fight the deepness.
Yeah. It's not the way I'd word it, is what I'm saying. That's what's throwing me off.
Well, this has always been an action-y series, so...
Yeah, true. Dear God, when they come together and they wear Kelsier's kids, I am going to have to hit myself from just how wrong I was.
Yeah.
The Kels crew.
And then their cry will be, damn you, Kelsier, and then they'll jump into the fight.
Yep. Good stuff.
No, it's bad.
No, you won me over at the end there.
At least you admit it this time.
What I would like to see more of, or what I'd like to see, is just how horrible the world can get. I want to see what makes this thing so bad that you need all these generations of keeping it down. Does it have a goal, or is it just something that wants power?
Usually not. Usually it's just a force.
Yeah, is it a force, or is it like a being? That's a good question too.
A being with that force, it seems like.
Yeah, it did consider itself an I, so we know it has some semblance of, self. So I'm just curious I just am dying to see that stuff.
Yeah, me too, because they talk a lot about that kind of stuff. Becoming a being, like the Khandra and the, what are the brutes? Kolas, all gaining a weird sense of self. So this thing could be playing with that idea too.
Yeah, I'm very curious. I also want to see what the moral on religion is going to be at the end, because I don't think it's just going to be left with, where Sazed left with. I think there'll be some more to it, but I'm very curious to see what they do with that.
Yeah. I thought we got the moral already, that it's good for people, it helps them. But now I'm like...
No, because it's all just made up bullshit. That's what it became,
yeah.
right? And I doubt it's going to be left there. Because, again, this book, like the previous book, kind of seems like the writer having a horrible crisis of faith and working through it for our entertainment, which is, always good for stories.
All right, next, I should have asked it for this book, but I had forgotten. So I'm going to ask you here just a fun thing. Who will have the very first POV in the Hero of Ages? If you want a comparison, the first POV of Well of Ascension, let me double check here. First POV of this book was Elend. So who will have the first POV in the next book?
I think it will be Ellen. He's our kind of like normal perspective, kind of, but now he's got superpowers. I think he would be. I don't know. I just feel like it would be him.
I think it's going to be a brand new character we have not seen yet.
What?
And very likely a character who's just out in the middle of nowhere and sees the effects of this entity returning, kind of like the point of view we had in the first book.
That sounds like Song of Ice and Fire style.
Mm-hmm.
This
it always
random
gives it
guy
a pretty epic
gets
feeling
killed.
when you start it with some random guy who gets horribly killed. So that's about what I expect.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like I said, similar to in the first book.
Yeah, this one too. Well, never mind. Yeah.
No, a sequel you usually want to start, I think, with a familiar face. You know, in my opinion.
All right, and now, will any of our beloved characters die in the Hero of Ages? And if yes, who?
Ham.
You've been guessing Ham from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like Ellen is gonna.
Jesus.
Yeah, I feel like he's been just on the list to go. Like, but now that he's also like an Allomancer, I could totally see him trying to save Vin from something with his new powers, but not being able to, and then dying heroically, but sadly.
This is right before Vin has to do the self-sacrifice to ascend to godhood and destroy the entity or something, so she has to have all the things gone or something, like in the Matrix or something. Is that what you're thinking?
Let go of your worldly ties, is that what you're saying?
One of those feelings where you lose it bit by bit, so you have less reason to hold on.
Yeah.
Is that it, or no? God, no, not that at all.
No, it was just what I
Oh,
said.
okay.
Yeah. No, it wasn't anything like to help Vin go further. It'd just be like a sad thing that
That's
happened.
the only situation I could imagine Ellen dying in, is one where Vin needs to sacrifice herself of sense of identity or something, and become the new
I think it might
Lord Ruler entity.
It might do that to her, but yeah. Ellen's intent would just be to save her, that's all.
Well, okay, yeah.
All right, so that's all the questions I had myself. But I did go and I did ask some of the listeners to send in some questions. I should have given a little bit more time because I thought of it too late, but we did get a couple listener questions.
Letting the inmates run the asylum, is that it? Let
Yes.
these psychopaths direct our thoughts?
All right, so we'll start off with so the first couple will come from Cranok, who has posted some comments on a few of our YouTube things. So the first question of his will be or hers. What are your most and least favorite literature, film, storytelling tropes?
I'm not very good at naming tropes that much.
Well, it doesn't have to be a name, just like the sort of thing where you're watching or reading, you're just like, oh, this again?
Or, oh yeah, I love this one, right? Yeah.
I guess I'm always a sucker for when the cavalry comes to help. I'm always like, and it's if it's done all good too, where you just didn't see it coming. So just like that Gandalf showing up on the horizon, that kind of stuff.
And most hated?
Oh, I don't really, since I don't really know tropes, I don't really hate them. I'd hate anything that's done poorly for the sake of it, and yeah, I don't think there's such a thing as a bad trope as long as it's done well.
Well, it doesn't have to be that it's bad, just one that personally you're like, not into.
I guess a Mary Sue trope, I don't know, is that one?
Just a character who's perfect at everything?
Yeah, just boring.
Like Vin, Sheta? Is that what you're trying to say? You're one of those people?
Vin is not a Mary Sue.
Well, I don't think so, but you
if
said
anything,
she was.
she's bad at a lot of stuff. She's awkward at communicating, so if anything, what's her name from Elantris is more of that.
So you're one of those, huh, Sheta?
I said if anything. I don't agree, but I do understand people saying that.
So I think we all know now Sheta hates women.
Wow. Go with your tropes then. I want to hear.
Well, I agree with you. The the cavalry arriving, of course, that's a wonderful one when it's done very well, especially when they really make you feel how hopeless things are.
Copycat.
Well, otherwise, I am just a huge fan of mindfuck twists. I love them so much when they're done well, so I really like that at the end of this book. Specifically, not when it's just out of nowhere, but one where, just like the writing thing throughout this whole book, we've been following this the whole time. The writer has been putting it right in our faces. If I was really, really paying attention, I would have picked up on that stuff more. And so then when it's revealed to say, and I feel exactly like says it at the end, I'm a huge fan of when they do that.
Mm.
As well as anytime they mix that with a shocking cliffhanger, which is why I'm a huge fan of the show Lost, because that's like almost every other episode. And my most hated trope of all time is the something crazy happens at the beginning of a show or movie, and then they cut to the 5 hours earlier or 3 days earlier, and then you find out how that thing happened. I hate that so goddamn much.
I like that
I don't know
sometimes.
what the... Well, just like everything, there's times when it's going to be good if the story's better that way. But when it's used as a cheap way to hook your interest, because if they started at the beginning of the story, they think it wouldn't be interesting enough, it drives me absolutely nuts.
Didn't Smallville do that a bunch?
Smallville did that a lot. Those kind of
Smallville's
shows
probably
do that all the
guilty of
time.
the worst. Yeah, the worst.
Yeah,
Crimes
they've got to
of bad
sell you on
troping.
it. They've got to sell you on the episode so you don't click away. So they do it all the time. The
I
one I
feel
always
like
remember
every
from, I think it was,
cold open is one of those. Like,
yeah. The one I always remember the most from Smallville was Clark's walking around and then a zombie runs out and then it cuts
Yeah.
to like 10 hours earlier. And I'm like, this is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen.
The zombie. Everything has a zombie
but
episode.
wouldn't you
House
continue
Yeah.
watching
had
the
a zombie
episode
Yeah.
after
episode.
that?
And yeah, shows or ones where like the main character's walking around and they start convulsing and fall over and somebody's like, somebody call an ambulance, and then they're like 5 hours earlier. I cannot stand it.
For me, I'm gonna wind up parrying the same thing. Yeah, the whole like heroic return, heroic entrance. Especially if it's like one person that's believed to be gone or dead or something like that. Like said before, Superior Spider-Man when Peter Parker returns, Secret Empire when the real Steve Rogers returns. Those are just great moments when I reach those in those comics. And here in Well of Ascension, it was when Vin came out of the sky and saved Sazed. That part was just the part that just makes you want to stand up and just shout yes.
And later when Kelsier comes back, right, Joe?
Uh-huh.
It'll be just like that.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
And I think another one of my favorite tropes goes along with that, but not always, but kind of like the darkest before the dawn, when you're reading the book and everything just seems dark and helpless, and then all of a sudden it just turns around and just makes the ending so much better when they're able to overcome it all. And like Elantris, when you had everyone being attacked by the Dakor monks, and then it gets flipped around. Final Empire, Vin's being all fucked up by the Lord Ruler, and then she turns it around. That whole everything seeming hopeless, and then it turned around and then being able to win is also one of my favorite things. Least favorite? I guess one thing I'll put for a least favorite does not really apply to these books at all, but I always hate it in fiction. It's whenever you have like those love stories or romance stuff where you have these two were childhood friends or something, and they're older, and it's like, I don't remember who this girl was, but I loved her when I was younger, and now they're older, and oh no, this girl I liked 10 years ago doesn't. No matter what my life is currently like, all that matters is this girl from 10 years ago. That matters more. Thing is that I've read that in multiple stories, and I hate it every single time.
Somebody's reading too much manga and light novels.
Why is that so funny?
It's so specific. That's why. I
Also,
hate that
it's
when
so
something that's just an
unrealistic.
idea.
Like,
Yeah. When something that's just an idea and you're like, okay, becomes a genre or trope unto itself, it can be quite annoying.
Yeah, I can think of it in, Harvest Moon video game. There was Nisekoi. There was Quintessential Quintuplets. Like, all these, the same exact fucking plot point. And it annoys me because it's the person from the past matters so much more than the people in the present.
Yeah, like, you know how
Sometimes
much you change? Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
that's
is
funny.
why I like it when sometimes stories kind of change that around. But usually they don't. Usually it just be like, oh, whoever he talked to 10 years ago for an afternoon, that's all that matters.
Very specific.
Oh my gosh, that is too funny.
Um, maybe for something more specific with fantasy and everything would be I don't know if it's the exact trope, but just like total nihilism and nothing matters. Stuff where when I
I
read
don't
a
know if you'd
story,
call that a... Oh, I think you'd call that the what do they call it? The like despair event horizon or something, where the story just gets too dark and nihilistic for you to even be invested anymore.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Like, and
It's
I can
something on TV tropes like that. I forget what it's
yeah,
called though.
and
That's
I can
fair.
read plenty of dark stories. Like, Sanderson stuff. Well, not as dark as others. Final Empire has dark moments. Hero of Ages, or not Hero of Ages, Well of Ascension that we just read, dark moments. I'm a big fan of Song of Ice and Fire. Plenty of dark and sad moments there. But all of them, there's still always like a thing of like hope and that stuff will get better and everything like that. But there are some where I read where it's just like by the time I'm at the end of the book, it's just like, everything just sucks. And that's not the sort of stuff that I look for. I understand why it's something that other people like. It's just not for me.
Like is a strong word. I can't really think of things like that, but things that teeter on that, I would not say like, but I would say I find it very intellectually interesting. Just
I can
because you
tell.
have a flow of how a story goes, it's interesting to see that be thrown off and go differently. It gives you different ideas and morals, even though
you're
it
more
makes me
macabre.
feel unhappy.
Yeah. Plus, it's something like I'm going through a story, and it's like, all right, it's dark, but I know we'll like turn around. All this stuff's going bad, and then I get to the end. Nothing turned around. It was just shit. All the good guys wound up. Everything bad turned out for all the good guys, and all the bad guys wound up being successful and having kind of happy endings. If I wanted that, I'd just read a newspaper.
Yeah.
All right. Now the second question from Krenok. All right. What do you prefer? A more strong and firm plot structure without plot holes, or more mysterious and loose approach that leaves much unexplained?
Mm.
And these questions are good.
I guess I don't know if I prefer it, but most of the things I read and like are more mysterious, and they don't really explain everything. And I kind of prefer to leave it like that sometimes, because sometimes when it's explained, I like it less. So I don't know if that's the same. But
Yeah, you've said that you kind of are more interested in magic systems that are more magical and less explained, right?
yeah, like I don't really need to know some details. Like I can still enjoy a thing,
What
even
about
if
plot-wise?
um sometimes I'm satisfied with just some good moments. Like, but I do hate like loose ends. So I don't know.
So no strict answer?
Yeah, no, I'm not picky. I'm not very good with sorting those things out. So I don't think
Well,
about it
what's an
in that way.
example of when you were saying that you liked some ones that are more mysterious and open?
Mm, an example, like Star Wars, I guess. I don't really need to know about how the Force works and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I just
I think Star Wars is a good example because it is a little more emotional storytelling, right? Than like,
yeah, I
the
enjoy
details of
like
it.
things like Darth Bane, where like you find some more technical stuff with the Force and some rules and things, but it's not required for me to enjoy it. I like both, I guess. I just like a good story.
Yeah, I already said I'm a huge fan of Law, so I am quite in. I really, really like things being left mysterious. I think it's so interesting because it really gets your brain thinking on what things could be or mean. Like at the end of this book, I really like speculating on what some of these details are or things, you know. But you've got to be really careful about it because I absolutely hate when they just use it to cover up that they don't have an actual idea. I need to believe that the writer knows and they're choosing not to tell me, or else I'll just get annoyed. Because if I think that they don't know, I think, oh, they're just making shit up, and that drives me nuts if I think that. And then, of course, I hate when you use a mystery just to cover plot holes, so that's another balance. And it's like, oh, it's something. And you just, again, if you believe it, it's cool. If you don't believe it, I hate it. But at the same time, I do love when you set up a horrible mystery like that and then you give me a interesting answer. So that is a hard one to answer. Yeah.
Oh, I got it. I don't like a mystery. Yeah, I don't like a mystery box that does not have an answer to, because
Oh,
the
God.
whole
Yeah.
thing is working towards the mystery. And if the mystery does not satisfy, then you're just left with an unsatisfying reveal with some kind of cool moments when you didn't know the mystery, but they're not as cool now that you know the mystery. So,
I think that's a good way to put
especially,
it, because if you set up a mystery box, the whole point of it is that you want to see it opened. When they don't open it, that is so infuriating, you know? But
Mhm.
just some mysterious element to the story can be really interesting when you leave it unresolved, because then you can think about it on your own. I think that's a good way to put it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm thinking of, oh God, Mission Impossible 3 is the one that always comes to mind for that. I hated that so much.
Yeah, but that it's a J.J. Abrams movie. That's his whole
Oh
the
God.
mystery box and never answering it. That's his whole thing.
But it's just as unsatisfying in another J.J. Abrams movie, Super 8, where the whole advertising campaign was trying to be mysterious, and you go see the movie and it's an alien. Like, it's so boring. So he's just not
Yep.
good at that unless he has talented people around him who can know which ones to answer and which ones not to, I think. When he's just kind of left to his own devices, that guy is not smart.
Yeah, I've always felt like J.J. Abrams is more of an ideas guy. Like he can come up with mysteries
Yeah.
as long as he has someone else to answer them. I mean, we all saw Star Wars Episode 7 and Star Wars Episode 9.
Yes.
Like he was good with setting up the mysteries about Snoke and Kylo Ren and Rey's parents and stuff like that. But then when he's having to answer that later, it does not work.
No, he's not good at it.
Or like Lost, he set up a bunch of great mysteries, came up with the ideas for
Mhm.
them, but you had other people have to
I loved watching
solve
the
them.
interview with Damon Lindelof where he's like, and then they find a hatch, and Damon Lindelof's like, "What's in the hatch?" "Oh, I don't know. You'll figure that out." I thought that was so funny. And he's like, "What? Okay,
I guess for me, I typically do like stuff that's more structured and everything like that. I know I'm reading fantasy. There's always going to be some stuff that will be unresolved. That's always going to happen with fantasy stories. But I do like it where, more the stuff when I'm finished with the book, when I'm finished with a series, I understand how it all worked. It's not just, fill in the blanks. It happened how you thought it would happen. Or, this is a romance thing. Do these people get together at the end? It's up to you whether they got together
okay,
or
well,
not.
that's totally different. That's just bullshit. If you set up it as what will happen and then you don't answer that, that's just that should be illegal."
Yeah. Yeah, I typically I like the stuff more explained. Like it'll be mysterious as I go, but by the end of the story, I want to understand why it all happened. Like Elantris, there were still some mysteries left over at the end. Like, oh, Shuden has magic. Where did this Dark Horse stuff come from? But still, most of the plot points throughout the book are explained by the end, so you can understand how and why everything throughout that book happened.
To me, as long as I get good, satisfying endings to whatever arcs the characters were on, I can take or leave the other elements. I can, yeah.
Yeah, characters is where my investment is. So if I didn't feel like I got my time wasted with that, then I will be okay.
Yeah.
Because the world mysteries, like there's so many world mysteries, we will never know, and that's fine.
Yeah, in real
But if
life,
they're,
right? You're saying.
yeah, but if
Yeah,
it's
I
a
feel the same way.
character's story we're following and it's not ended satisfyingly, like then I'm like, why
Or
did
they
we
just
even
disappear
go
from the
on this
story.
story? Yeah,
Yeah.
like why did we follow this character at all? Like,
All right, and then Krayok had one more question, and it was for me specifically. All right,
Who's your
I
most
see.
hatred member of the podcast?
Justin.
Oh no!
Yahoo! Not me.
Why did you decide to start this podcast, and how did you convince Justin and Sheta to join you? Genuine question, as I'm struggling to convince any of my friends to read anything at all.
Oh god, yeah.
Well, we have been friends for a really long time, and
This is a question for Joe, Sheta, not for you. If he wanted to know your opinion, he would have asked you.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, fine.
So
I think I
I'll
disagree would be helpful.
So I'll start off with how I convinced them to join in. There were plenty of books. I wanted them to read it because I wanted somebody to discuss, cosmic stuff with. And I have one other buddy who got me into it, but I wanted some other people. And so I know, I could tell Justin or Sheta, here, read these like 80 books, and that's going to be a bit much for them. Or if they do get them, it'll be like, oh, I'll get around to it. But, we all get busy, so it may take like 5 years to read one. So instead, it's just, hey, Justin, I have an idea. We'll do a podcast. We'll just read a couple chapters each week, and that'll be it. It's just my way to cheat them into actually reading books I wanted to talk about.
Hey!
You bastard.
And then I asked Justin, and then his response was, yeah, I'll do it, but I need to be able to pimp out my own stuff every week. That was his condition. And by like episode 20, he was sick of doing plugs every week.
I truly am.
Yeah, I was like, really? That was your price, and you don't even take advantage of it now.
I do. I say that there's a thing out there if you can.
Your
find
last
it.
one was literally, yeah. Just like, yeah, I'm something. Maybe you'll find it. Like,
And then with Sheta, we're in the same friend group. We play D&D. We've known each other for a while. And also, like, listening to other podcasts, I felt like having two new people would be a really good idea because then they're also able to bounce ideas off of each other and be able to explore stuff more than just me and one person. So I decided, you know what? I'll ask Sheta too, see if she's available every week to be able to record this, and it'll give her two completely different perspectives of the story, which it has been. They have Justin and Sheta have very different perspectives. And then why I fully decided to do the podcast, because most of the podcasts I listen to are similar to this. First time readers. People like going through, say, I've listened to some Cosmere ones. Song of Ice and Fire. I listen to other stuff like One Piece podcasts. I've listened to Hunter x Hunter. Just all these things that people going through the first time. And most of them I enjoy. There are a couple that they just get on my nerves because I don't like how the host goes through it. Like they will spoil stuff or set stuff up too much for the new timers. Like if someone's going through, if they like a character so much or they dislike character so much and they just, the way they talk about it is just too over the top. Like for instance, I've listened to one where it was One Piece and the guy who's going through it hated Usopp with a passion, just hated him. So they're in Syrup Village and he's describing it. It's like, yeah, then Usopp does some stupid thing, run through the city. It's stupid. I don't care. And at one point, when people going through it the first time, they're like, wait, is his name pronounced Usopp or Usopp? Who cares? It doesn't matter. Just being so hostile towards a new character, the people going through the first time, you're going to sway them to also disliking the character.
hosts have to be a neutral.
Yeah. And as a listener, it's annoying to listen to. Same thing with liking a character or something too much. If I keep going, oh man, I love this person, just wait until you see this person, they're going to be awesome. It's going to sway you too much being like that.
That's going to sway me to hate the fucking character.
And I will admit, some of that still gets by, I still, when Set and Alrian showed up, I liked them a lot, and I was like, yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah, and I was like, why? They're not that cool. What are you talking about?
I also tried to wait to say that stuff until after you two gave your opinions on them. So the other thing is, I try my best to be as neutral to get a full idea from the new people. Because if I went in and before Elantris, if I told you, yeah, a lot of people, we're going to start with this one. It's going to be a little harder. It's his first book. A lot of people are not a big fan of it. That's going to skew you.
That would have made me like it more. So, yeah, that's good.
Yeah. If we started Well of Ascension, and I told you right at the beginning, this one may be a harder read. It's going to be slower. It's not going to be like, it's going to skew you one way or the other. And so that's why for both those, I just started and just said, we're starting a book. I'll let them decide on their own.
Yeah.
And afterwards...
I don't know why hosts think that anyone gives a shit about their opinion. Like, everyone's here for the first time reading and then to hear the person who's into it. If you're going to do what you're saying and just be like, yeah, here's my thoughts, guys, I don't see the point of that. Might as well listen to a different podcast that's just about long-term fans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's why I always try to save my opinions until like either the wrap-up episode or after you guys discuss characters. That way we get your unadulterated thoughts on it.
I always think it's so funny when you're like, yeah, I really like this one. This one was really good. Or this character, like, yeah, I didn't really like it. I'm like, you've just been putting up with us being like, this is awesome for the whole time
Yeah, I'm
and not said
surprised.
anything. And then you're like, yeah, no, I thought it was stupid. I thought that kind of stuff is so funny. Like when we're both like, oh, it was so beautiful and tragic how'd I forget his name? How Rathan had love for Sereni. And you're like, yeah, oh, yeah, okay, great guys. Yeah, I thought it sucked. I thought that was so funny.
That was the one for me too. I was like, what? So
Because
surprised.
me and Sheeta both agreed on that, and you're like, no.
Oh, like,
But you
Oh,
did not
God.
say it until the book was over, so I thought that was
yeah,
funny.
very
Yeah.
admirable to not just roll your eyes every time, especially with
Well,
me
we
wanting
can't
that
see
to
him, so
happen.
he can be rolling his eyes. Oh, yeah, if Sheeta's like, oh, they're going to do that, you're like, oh, God, they are. God damn.
Oh, it was hard sometimes, but Sheeta's always like her complete love for Zane and Vin and wanting them to hook up. It's just like, ugh. But Justin is
Yeah,
also
but you
going in
had
on
me to
that.
say God no the whole time. I like the whole book. Zane is insane. At the end, Sheeta's like, I think Zane might not be fully mentally stable.
All right. Then we have two more questions from another listener. This Alcade946 on YouTube. They were one question for Justin, one question for Sheeta. Justin, what was the most surprising thing you learned about the magic system in Well of Ascension?
The magic system, eh? I think it would have to be that what we learn at the very end about. I mean, we don't know for sure yet, but where it sounds like Allomancy came from, and it wasn't like it was, or like that the first Allomancers weren't born with the power or created with the power, that they very likely, ingested that same type of metal and that caused it. I thought that's very interesting. I'm very curious to see how that comes. Like
Yeah.
that they were created in the same
Mhm.
way the Khandra were, it makes me wonder a lot what the world was like before, where that magic came from, yada yada yada. If it's something that the Lord Ruler just created when he got that power, all kinds of questions like that. I was very shocked by that. I thought it would be something more magical than that.
Yeah. That's the most hard magic you can be. Just like
Yeah.
eat something and transform. Like, where's the sparkle? Where's the, you know?
And I got another one too, which is again, we don't know all this totally for sure, but that it seems like the Lord Ruler's power, like he was presented as God, but actually, like the more we learn, the more it's like these little cheats he had, like mixing the two magics, or like he wasn't controlling the Khandra and the how to forget what they're called, the big monster guys, with
Colos.
his magic. Yeah, the Kolos. It's not just his super magic power; it's some very specific way manipulating metals and stuff. I found all that really, really interesting to learn about.
All right.
And I didn't think it would be like that for the surprising part of the question.
And then, Sheeta, if you want to answer it, you can too, even though technically was for Justin.
But nobody will be
Um,
listening.
oh, sad. Well, yeah, it's probably the same with the where elementals come from. Especially with the stuff we learn about how only like nobles get allomancy powers, Like I thought it would be some long bread thing, but if it's something as simple as just eating this bead of metal, then I'm like,
Well,
what
still
is
long
all
bread, though,
that?
I think, right?
It is, but
Like,
also
the Lord
at the
Ruler's
same
favorite
time,
people back in the day ate it. That's how I interpret it, at least.
yeah, that's crazy. It's not like a eugenics thing or like, you know, it was just it was just a person making a choice like that. Like any one of the ska could be the noble
Well,
too.
Well,
I don't know.
well,
Could they be? Because Elend is
well,
still of noble blood, so we don't know that yet. Don't
Maybe
say
that's true.
anything,
That's
Joe. I
true.
don't want to know, because I'm actually curious about that.
Okay,
But as
yeah,
far as
I
we
didn't think
know,
of that,
yeah.
but yep, that's true.
I was just gonna say from the last book, we know that if a ska had allomantic powers, Lord Ruler
Okay.
would have them killed and their parents killed. So I feel like that sort of is a eugenics thing where he's killing people that are doing that,
Yeah, he did not want the ska having it.
and also the breeding programs to try to make sure that he could get rid of ferochemists.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so question for Sheeta from same thing, Alcade946. Sheta, which side characters are going to find love in the next book?
Perfect question for Sheta.
Yay! Well, I'm hoping that my boy Spook will find some love, especially now that he's coming of age. I hope he finds someone who will accept him for who he is.
Wait,
But
what do you mean who he is? What's wrong with him?
kind of a weirdo and kind of desperate, like
A drooling freak, is that what you're saying?
yeah. Hopefully, when he matures, like I do hope he finds a love and doesn't just become like a hoe or something, because I
Do
could
you
see
hope
that
that the
happen.
love has the assets he's most fascinated by?
Yes, I hope she has large boobies and is very nurturing.
Where'd the nurturing part come from?
Wasn't
I
it
don't
like
remember him saying anything about that.
didn't the book say as long as they had breasts and they smelled nice?
Yeah, and it didn't
I could
always
have the.
have to smell nice.
Right. And Justin, do you want to answer it?
Wait, I have another part.
Oh,
I bet Sheta has at least 3 more.
No, I also do hope that it will be Ellen's turn to have some temptations in his relationship with
Oh.
Finn.
I don't know if I believe that's in his character.
It's not, but maybe. Maybe Finn
Yeah, I
will
don't
be
know.
distant and they will have a wedge and now Ellen will be tempted. But I don't think
Wasn't
people
that
will
what
like
this
that as
book was?
much.
And he never crossed his mind?
With who?
No, I mean the distant wedge.
Yeah, but there's not a temptation in the way, like a cool girl who is into politics or whatever Ellen's type would be, like.
Oh God.
Mhm.
Oh God, no.
I think it would have a little bit different feel for there to be temptation after they're married. He had a cool girl that was into politics. Her name was Tindwill.
Oh no, Joe.
Oh,
No.
Vin Kelsier, perfectly fine. Ellen did Tindwill? No, that's just wrong.
That's because Tyndall is Saze's girl. Can't do that to him.
Justin, did you want to answer this question?
I don't have anything. Um. I'd like to see Ham's wife. There we go. Does that count?
Sure.
I'm curious what she's
Boring.
like.
Oh, I did have a part where I do want Ham's daughter to be like to come and be like also what kind of metal does he burn?
Pewter.
Yeah, a cool pewter burning girl to join the Young Avengers and carry on his mantle. Like Hawkeye.
Man, I miss early Young Avengers where Kate Bishop was like a mixture of Hawkeye and Mockingbird.
Yeah, she
And
used to be quite cool.
And they called her Hawkingbird. It was hilarious. I still think
Oh no.
I still think she's cool. I guess this is going back to like 2016, 17, 18, where she had like her own solo series and then her own West Coast Avenger series. I thought she was great in those. I haven't read anything after that.
Oh, I'm sure they've ruined her.
Yeah, you're just cynical on all things comics.
Well,
I just straight up
what
stopped
being a
reading
comic
them.
fan is.
I just stopped
Pussy.
reading them. I have saved so much money.
Oh yeah, me too. But that's not my fault. That's their fault.
I now spend my money on figures.
I think a lot of people have turned from American crap to Japanese crap.
Let us know in the comments.
While we read this American book.
Yeah. See, we're trying to keep it going, American tradition. But
Yeah,
have you
but that's
turned weeb?
books.
Let us know.
Most people don't read books, so there we go.
All right. So that's all right. Now I'm gonna ask you guys. So now let's rate this book like we've done the last couple. So on a scale of 1 to 11, normally
Am
scales
I
go to
rating
10.
it as part of the series, or am I rating it as
No.
just on its own?
Just
like
on
I've
its
never
own.
read another book.
Well, you have read Well of Ascension, but you're just rating. Well,
So I am rating it as a sequel a bit too. Then
yeah, but it's still just this book alone. The fact that Kelsier was cool and awesome does not matter in this book's rating because Kelsier was not in this book.
Kelsier was not in it. 0 out of 10. That's the rating. No. Well, you're first, Sheta.
All right. Let's see. I like the Vin stuff, the war stuff. I really like Orsier stuff. I will give it a solid 6 out of 11.
Out of 11? Where'd
Yeah,
the 11 come from?
Well,
That's what
I
you
said
said.
before. Yeah, most scales go 1 to 10. This one goes to 11.
Oh, God. Okay, I get you.
I've been doing that each book. So it's like, it's normal. Just think of it like it's a normal 1 to 10 scale.
Yeah, I know. I've
1
seen
to
the
10
movie.
scale.
I know how it goes.
I'm saying if that affects Sheta's thing. Just think of it 1 to 10.
Mhm.
11's just if you want to go extra.
Yeah. You know,
Oh.
the likelihood of getting a damn... You know how few 11s I have in my life? If one of these books is an 11, I will be fucking impressed. So a
What's
6
your
shit.
score?
Joe asked
Yes.
if that changed yours at all.
Oh, no.
Yeah, just think of the scale 1 to
I
10.
would have liked
11's just if you want that extra.
brotherly face-off.
What about a face-off?
I would still say 6. Yeah.
I think I'd go with a 6.5. You know, plenty above average. I mean, just the ending might get it to a 7, actually, because the ending was one of the craziest things I've ever read. So yeah, 7 out of 10, perfectly suitable rating.
As for me, I'd probably go 6.5 as well. You know, not as high as what I rated the other two books, but still a good rating.
I don't remember what I gave the other books.
Oh, I don't remember either. At some point, I might just take all the numberings and put them together. But I kind of want to do that later after we go through everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because one thing I've always thought of is whenever I listen to a podcast and they're like reading books, then they're ranking books. Like, do you like this one more than this one? It's like after you get away from like that first book for a while, it's kind of hard to rank it against it because it's not as fresh. Like say we're in like 2 years and we're going through. It's like, all right, how would you like this book compared to Elantris? I kind of remember Elantris.
I remember Elantris quite well.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I love
we're
It hasn't
ranking
been 2
things,
years.
so I would love to do that in 2 years.
Yeah, that might be fun. Follow us for 2 years to see when we finally do that.
If we're still alive.
Hey, don't start me. Oh, now I'm sad.
well, let's
All
we'll
men
get it.
must die, Sheta.
We'll make it a little bit happier by talking about, let's see, the favorite characters for how we rated them in this book.
Favorite
So,
character. Oh, yeah. I've been
every
wanting
single
to know.
week, I always keep the tally, and so which character? So one character came in number 1. Who do you believe it was?
Vin?
Yeah, probably Vin.
Yep, Vin was number 1 with 7 favorites. Now, who do you believe came in second?
Sazed.
Yeah, probably Sazed.
Yep, Sazed had 5. And then I'm not going to ask you for the full list, but I'm going to ask you just a couple more. So who came in third?
Either Orseer? Yeah, I'm gonna go with Orseer.
I'm just going to do the basic Elend as my guess.
Nope, it was Tensoon.
Hey! Oh, I said
Sheta-
Orseer. Yeah.
It's
I
the same
make-
character.
I will
We
not
never
call
met
him
Orseer. That
I
totally
like Orseer
counts.
better.
Nope,
I knew him as Orseer. I
every
like a
time-
teacher who will always know you by your kid name. Like,
every time when you guys were doing it, so one of you guys said Orseer, our first couple chapters. So I put that as Orseer because that was Orseer. Every time after that, it was Tensoon.
That's true, yeah. That's true.
So I wasn't cheating because the character you were getting to know and connect with was Tensoon, being Tensoon. But
well, did we ever like Orseer?
yeah, he got one
for like a chapter.
Yeah,
I think you
yeah.
liked him
Was
the
he a
first time,
dog?
Sheta.
No, you never saw Orseer as a dog.
Okay.
So
What did he even do?
only the first episode of our Well of Ascension podcast was Orseer. Everything from episode 2 of Well of Ascension to the end was Tensoon. Orseer died after like chapter 5. Now, lastly, I'll just ask you, see, because then for fourth place, there were 4 characters that each tie with 3 favorites. See if you guys can.
Sazed and Elend.
Who? No, Sazed was already picked.
Oh yeah, he was.
And I said 4.
What?
4 characters that each got 3 favorites.
Endwell, Zane, Ellen, and Alrian.
That is all correct.
What?
Woohoo!
What about Straff?
All right, so So I'll go down the whole list. So Vin had 7, Sazed had 5, Tensoon 4, Alrian, Ellen, Tindwyl, Zane all had 3. Breeze and Strap had 2.
How did Strap
Set,
get 2?
they're
From
both
you.
you.
Oh, goodness.
And then Set, Clubs, Marsh, or Seer, and the Entity each got 1.
Yay, Entity.
All right. So now we will. I'm going to go through all the comments and comments that people have been sending email or leaving comments on YouTube and or Spotify and stuff. I'll go over those now. I've been saving them up for this.
Cool.
So we'll start off with the more recent email because I already have it open for the questions that Krinok had said. All right. Hello, Chroniclers. I'm genuinely enjoying your podcast more and more. You have a great mix of structure and chaos, recapping and predicting, and different personalities. Also, rather good audio quality from the first episode. It is not as common among new podcasts as you may think.
Oh, yeah, I've heard, yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
Now, let's see. Start going into some of these episodes. Oh, no. Damn it, YouTube. Why must you be so evil? All right. So now this is one from Blue Shark 85. It was posted on the episode where Well of Ascension 44 through 48, which would be where Vin and Zane fought to the death.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'd like to clarify the exact mechanics of how Vin managed to kill Zane. Vin's trick primarily relies on the fact that you use ATM to get information about the future. You can use that information to change your actions accordingly, affecting the future. This is why 2 ATM users give off many shadows as they continually change their actions due to new knowledge of the future in a never-ending loop. What Vin realized is that while she didn't have ATM tell her future, she knows that Zane does. By using Zane's reaction to the future, Vin can also learn about the future and react to it herself. A step-by-step breakthrough of this is as follows. 1. Vin commits to attacking Zane in the next few moments. She doesn't yet know how she is going to attack as she's letting it happen instinctively. 2. Using ATM, Zane can see one shadow of exactly how Vin will attack him in the future. 3. Zane reacts to Vin's ATM shadow, moving into position to counter it. 4. Vin sees Zane's reaction to her future actions, giving her knowledge of what she was going to do in the future. 5. Since Vin knows her future actions, she can change them, so her ATM shadow splits as her future is no longer strictly determined. 6. Vin attacks Zane in a different manner than she would have without knowledge of the future, avoiding the future Zane originally saw. 7. Zane doesn't have enough time, / is too confused to adapt to the change and avoid Vin's new unforeseen attack. 8. Vin kills Zane. Too long didn't read, knowing about the future makes her actions unpredictable to ATM.
Yeah, I think that checks out. That makes sense to me. It's a good rundown of how it was.
Mm-hmm.
I always like seeing people lay things out like that. It's funny because ATM's the most powerful one until you figure out its trick, and then it kind of sucks ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you also have to be very focused for that. In a normal...
Yeah, but I would assume your average Elemancer is pretty goddamn focused. I mean, I couldn't do it, but somebody who's very well trained, I'm sure.
All right. Next one, this is from our episode of Final Empire, chapters 31 through 34, which is where Kelsier died.
No.
So this one's from Mike Eckerly. I'm loving the guesses. More random guesses, please.
Well, you get a lot of those with Sheta. Yeah.
They're educated guesses.
Yep.
Justin, you also guessed that Kelsier was going to show up at the end of Well of Ascension.
Hey, it could have happened.
Maybe he did. He's a spirit.
But wasn't that one of like 5 guesses I had of what was going to happen at the end?
What?
He's the spirit,
Yeah.
Sheta. No.
He's the spirit. He's the spirit.
No.
Well,
otherwise, why would he be
the shadow spirit, not the god.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. Oh, okay.
The one that saved Ellen.
Yeah.
Justin, if I remember correctly, you're saying, they'll get to the well, Vin will go into it, then Kelsier will show up being like, hold on, don't go into it yet. That was your first theory. Then your second one, which you said that you were less sure upon, was that Sazed will figure something out, try to run to Vin to stop it, but then she will get in there and release something.
Hell, man, both those things kind of happened.
Yeah.
I like the one that you were less sure on is pretty much what happened.
Yeah.
All right, so our next one, these will be on The Well of Ascension, chapters 17 through 22. All right. So they're both comments from Darcy 7257. First, how is Vin keeping her hair long not healthy for Vin, but Vin and Zane that makes no sense. But Vin and Zane
Oh.
that makes no sense.
That's from my comment. That's directly with my assessment
What was
of the
it?
relationship.
I don't remember.
Because Vin was thinking to cut her hair because she likes her hair short, but Ellen says he likes it. So then she's like, okay, then I'll keep it long for him. In her head, she's like that. But then, and I was like, that's unhealthy. Like, you shouldn't do stuff like that for guys. You know, like you should. If you want to cut your hair, then cut it, girl.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then I'm like, you should totally date this toxic guy who's a murderer. Like, also cheat on your boyfriend. Like,
Oh, I see.
like he's yes, that's a valid opinion.
All right. And then we have another comment from same person. I'm at a crossroads. I think Sheta is great, but her shipping craziness makes me want to slam my head into a wall. I've never seen someone so passionately want Vin and Zane to be together. Great podcast, though.
To be fair, at the end, she did finally realize that was a terrible idea.
I'm sorry, don't do that. Don't slam your head.
Oh, Sheta, you have no idea what you do to some people, I'm sure. There are people who cannot stand shipping, like toxic
I'm sorry. I like bad relationships.
And then I did respond to them. Trust me, you are not the only one surprised by the Vin-Zane shipping.
Also, I am not guilty of this. Brandon Sanderson is the one that wrote it in there. I just happen to like it.
I'd say you were wrong, except he did have some parts about that stuff specifically. It's not like you just made it up. But I don't think it was ever really meant to be a
just like
ship.
Kelsier and Vin. I think that me and Brandon are on the same wavelength. Like, we understand each other.
I disagree with you until Breeze and Ariane hooked up.
Exactly,
He's into some
I
kinky
feel like
shit.
I have a kindred spirit in Brandon Sanderson. Like,
so, like, all his secret chapters that his secret chapters he writes just for his own personal enjoyment. Those are the ones that have all that stuff that he'd never publish. Is that it, Sheta?
Yeah, let me get the secret files.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Overall, I will say that the Vin-Zane relationship, that is one part of the book that a lot of people really dislike.
Right. Man, I liked it immediately. Also, like, I wanted this since Mistborn. I wanted her to find a badass Mistborn to fight with, to fly around with, you know? So I finally got it.
Brandon, he did say that is part of the reason why I put Zane in there, because in the first book, Vin never got to choose between Elend and Kelsier. So this was his way of having her choose between Elend and that.
Oh my god, you're telling me Sheta didn't make this shit up? You're telling me that all this time when I've been giving her shit, I was the one who was wrong? Oh no.
Well, you know, he never planned on a Vin-Kelsier relationship. But he did want her to
choose between. Dear God, Sheta,
yeah,
I'm sorry. Yeah. I was just wrong.
I'm throwing my hands up right now. Like,
this way, she still chose between Elend and then the dangerous, like, Mistborn killing people life.
I knew it.
My God.
He knows what's up.
I guess so. Jeez.
Right.
I don't think I've ever been more stupid in my life.
So next, we had a couple comments on the Well of Ascension, chapters 49 through 51. First, same person who just left the last two, Darcy 7257. Are we sure Sheta has the same book copy as the rest of us?
What happened?
I don't know. I'm going to guess you're probably going off on... This could have been the one where... You might have said a lot of things, but you also could have been talking about the Miss Spirit trying to kiss Elend at one point.
I don't remember that at all. What the hell are you talking about?
I think that's the one, because you had like the Miss Spirit over Elend, and then when Sheta's saying, yeah, then he tried to kiss, and then Justin's like, wait, hold on. Did you just say kiss?
He was sleeping. And then the mystery is hovering over him. Like, that's just sauce right there.
What the hell are you? I have wiped this kind of stuff just out of my brain.
All right. Next was from Blue Shark 85. It's from a certain part of the episode where Sheta was saying, where we were talking about Zane. She's like, "Man, it's kind of sad that he's not a virgin. You know, it's kind of hot though."
What the fuck, Sheta?
So then he's like, "Sheta's getting freaky on us."
What the heck?
Again, I didn't write that in. I'm just saying. Like, why am I getting the shit for this? He's the one that's
You're not.
No. You're not getting shit for what's written. You're getting shit for saying that he was kind of hot.
He's sleeping with his dad's mistress. That's pretty hot. And the mistress is hot too. Like,
Sheta, the more you talk about this, the more I'm starting to realize I can't argue with you as much as I'd like to.
All right.
The guy seems so innocent, yet when you really put it down, he's writing some pretty messed up shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then Krinko Shade. Now I'm completely certain we need Warbreaker Chronicles episodes. Can we skip Hero of Ages and go straight to it? Nothing happens in Hero of Ages anyway.
Also, I wonder about that.
Also, Orianne being smart, strong, and competent character while wearing dresses, being girly, and not outbenching men, that's blasphemy and not allowed.
It's a lost thing we used to have called strong female characters. They seem to have lost that art recently.
Yeah, I do like how girly she is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then on Well of Ascension, chapters 52 through 55, we had a comment from Cosmere Connections. We had a blast inviting you guys on, and trust us, none of us know as much as Kay does. Hopefully next time we'll be able to pry Sheta over to our podcast too.
Yeah.
Careful what you wish for. Oh God, after hearing some of this stuff we said.
Yes, for sure.
I'm checking the Spotify comments because we had a couple on there. That thing's being a pain. We'll load it up on here.
I'd just take screenshots of them.
Should I do that? Yes. Did I? No. First comment from Well of Ascension, chapters 6 through 11, from 12109051127. All it was a comment, Blanca, with a lot of exclamation points. I think that might have been the episode where we were talking about our favorite fighting game characters.
Oh, Street Fighter characters. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Who picked Blanca?
Me. Right?
I think I might have too.
I certainly didn't.
All right. And then Well of Ascension, chapters 12 through 16, from David Neville. One of our three hosts earned a point of inspiration for this episode. Impressive. Thumbs up.
Nice.
We have to use those sometime.
We do. So you know, our points of inspiration, when we get them, are often used to unsay something incredibly stupid we just said.
Yes, so you might not hear, those parts.
So if we sounded smart in a podcast, we probably used a point of inspiration.
All right. Yep, so those are all the comments and everything. So, and emails. So in the future, everyone leave more and we will go over them.
Yes, it's always fun.
But now we will move over to our critically acclaimed section of our wrap-ups. Fan casting.
Woo!
So, and with fan casting, we'll do the same order as we usually do. Sheta first, Justin, then me. But first, I'll ask if either of you did any recasting from the last book to this one.
I did.
Okay.
Go ahead. Well.
Oh, just saying, I specifically chose not to, even though there's some I would recast. I want it to be like it is a real movie, and I am stuck with this cast. So, that's all.
Yeah, but Jim Rhodes got recast in the MCU.
Well, none of my actors got into all that weird, I don't even know what that weird mathematics nightmare cult stuff he's gotten into, so I didn't have to get rid of anybody like that.
I thought he just wanted more money.
I think then he did, but if you look at him recently, he's gotten really interesting.
Yeah.
So Sheta, just do your recast, and then we'll go through the new characters.
All right. I only recasted one person, and that is my Sazed. I didn't really think he was going to be that big of a character, so I didn't really pick someone who could like hold the scene and act all good. But anyway, I have changed.
Who'd you have last time?
I had the actor who
played 3 people, you know.
Yeah, I did. I had the actor who played Lurch basically, and he played in Star Trek Next Gen, like
wasn't he like Luxana's Troy's like servant?
Like the really tall actor who had all the makeup on. That's how I imagine like Terracemen look when so it's just funny. Okay. So I have recasted him. I have casted Doug Jones to play Sazed. If you don't know him, you actually have seen him probably in Hocus Pocus. He plays Billy Butcherson, and in Shape of the Water, he played the amphibian, and he also plays Abe Sapien in Hellboy, and lots of other roles like that. He's in the new Star Trek series, what I've seen. Yeah. He's really good.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good one.
Oh yeah,
I like him so much. Like,
I was gonna say, if anybody wants to see our pictures for this, they will be posted on our Twitter and our Blue Sky, so you can follow along if you wish.
Yes. Oh, also, Justin, he played Silver Surfer in the 2007 movie, Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, but didn't somebody else voice him?
No, I think he voiced him.
No, that was the first Hellboy. They had somebody else voice him, but then he did the own voice in the second Hellboy.
No, for Silver Surfer. That's what I was asking.
I don't think. I mean, did he play Silver Surfer? No.
I thought you just said he did, Sheta.
Yeah, but yeah, he plays him. No, I just didn't know if he like only voiced him. But Silver Surfer is CGI'd, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Yes. So he can be emotional and smart. He's very good at playing inhuman humanoid characters. So I think he's perfect. And he's really tall.
Voiced the Silver Surfer. He played the Silver Surfer. That's a strange way to do it.
Huh?
That's just really strange, that's all.
Yeah. And I think that is the only one that I'm going to be changing. Everyone else did the same. For my I will cast Zane first, because that is my first and most excited casting. So after much debate, I want to cast Barry Kagan as my Zane. He probably best known from Eternals. He plays the one that started a cult.
Him. Yeah, I can see that casting.
Yeah, he's I don't like Eternals that much, but he's also in the movie Saltburn, in which he's kind of plays like a. I won't spoil it.
I didn't like the movie, but he's good in the movie.
Yeah, he's great. Oh, and he's the voice for maybe Joker in the Batman. Like, so he's really, really good in Saltburn. I really liked him in there, and I think he's good at playing that kind of like broken, dark, and like dangerous but alluring. And he's weirdly handsome, even though he's weirdly ugly too. He's like the handsome. I think I said this before. He's the hottest ugly guy. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's weird. Real, he's got the thing.
Yeah.
Now
I like that. That's my favorite.
Who was your Elend again?
I had Timothy Chalamet as.
Holy shit,
Elend.
That's a contrast between the two.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they could be brothers. Yeah.
All right. I went with a Zane. Almost all the same exact reasons. Come on. I went with Dane DeHaan as my Zane.
Oh!
Creepy little psycho boy. Who you might go with and go do murder sprees with, but
Listen,
at the end
I will
you would pick...
go with him if he's Dane DeHaan.
Yeah. Then you will pick my Elend, who was, I forget his name, but Jughead's actor.
Cole Sprouse. Oh no.
Will Cole
Can't
Sprouse, yeah. I think
decide.
they'd be good brothers, too. But yeah,
Oh my
the
gosh.
creepy, almost ugly, but also kind of alluring thinking for me.
If Zane looked like Dane DeHaan, no, it wouldn't work. He's too
It wouldn't
handsome.
work. Even against Cole Sprouse?
Don't make me
Sheta has
pick.
died over there.
Don't
Yeah,
make
she
me
can't
pick.
do it.
All right, well, mine.
Now that would be drama.
Now, my Zane, you'll have to get a time machine to use it because, this actor, this will be more from them from the 90s. But I picked Skeet Ulrich.
That's a good one for the time
People may
machine
know
one.
him more recently. He played Jughead's father on Riverdale. Otherwise, a lot of people may know him as Billy Loomis in Scream.
Gosh.
To be honest, I originally had somebody else as Zane. Then when I was looking up Skeet Ulrich for a different role I had him in, it's like, nope, he just looks like a Zane.
Mm-hmm.
Because originally I was going to have Bill Skarsgård.
I thought of him too. That's interesting.
Oh. See, why are these Zane castings so hot? Like, this is too much. I can't
their
handle
shit
it.
is type. All these psycho serial killer eye guys who just look so fucking creepy.
I can't handle it. These castings are too hot.
You okay over there, Sheta?
No, I'm dead.
Oh man! Speaking of
Bloody
that,
nose coming up.
I was on the Cosmere Reddit this past week, and somebody was asking like, which character would Henry Cavill play in like Cosmere? And a lot of people were saying like a bunch of roles for stuff we haven't read yet. And then I did see one person saying, I think he could work in a villain role, like maybe have him as Straff Venture.
Oh no!
No.
Get out!
So I was just,
I think Henry Cavill would be great in a villain role, but I wouldn't do that role.
so I was just really
Way
curious
too
how,
handsome.
because I know Sheeta likes Henry Cavill, how she would react to see him playing creepy ass lame Straff.
Oh man, my Straff is already. I'm having feelings about. I should have switched too. So, but no, no, I don't like that. All right, no, the next, Ariane.
All right.
You're choosing the order.
Right. Now I already picked this actress for a character, but I'm gonna switch it. I'm picking Anya Taylor-Joy for Ariane, just because I think she has a youthful, playful attitude. But mostly, the reason I picked her is because any of the other like young actresses I was looking at to try to pick, I just could not see them like acting across my Breeze actor. like
See,
and like
I leaned into that.
I was like, oh, I don't want to see this. Like, no, I don't like
Who was
it.
your Breeze again, Shita?
A very prestigious older actor. I just know him from Outlander as the Duke of Samringet, but he's just like an old British type. But Anya Taylor-Joy, I've seen do older, more mature scenes, like more sexual scenes and things like that. So I feel like I'd be more comfortable with her playing Ariane because she's youthful but also sexual. She can play, like a. I did not like the other ideas I had, so I went with her.
What role did you have her in before?
I casted her as Shand.
Shand?
Yeah. But then I don't think she would be a good Shand. I think she'd be a better Ariane.
Doesn't that mean you got to recast Shand now? You messed up the whole movie. Or are you just going to put a lot of makeup on her?
She would be Shand.
Put a different wig.
No. Yeah. I
think what you're trying to say too is it doesn't really matter who's playing Shand. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah. You know what? I'll cast Cheryl from Riverdale as my Shand because she's a good mean girl, and she's hot and beautiful. So perfect.
I thought about squeezing some more Riverdale actors in here. We've got so many so far.
Wait, doesn't that make it so all three of us picked a Riverdale actress as Shan now?
Really?
Oh yeah, you're right. We picked the 3 female leads, right?
Really? Betty, Veronica, and Cheryl?
Yeah, I picked Betty. Joe
I
picked
picked Veronica.
Veronica,
Oh
and now
my
you've picked
gosh.
Cheryl. Just a
Well, I
lot of
think
bitchy
Cheryl
girls
would
in
be.
that show.
Wow.
That's a compliment.
I want to know who people would vote would be the best Shand of all the Riverdale girls. I think Cheryl is obviously the best one.
No. It's
All
my
right,
pick.
Justin. Justin, you're all Rianne.
All right, so Sheta, you went against having a creepy thing with my Stephen Fry breeze. Okay. I went with somebody who can be very alluring and captivating and attention grabbing, but can also be kind of like, I think can do the mixture between girly in some parts and more competent in others. So my breeze is going to be dating Sydney Sweeney.
Wow. What the heck? People would follow Sydney Sweeney even if she didn't have freaking allomancy powers, Justin. So
See, that was my exact thinking. I wanted somebody who can portray that on the screen, somebody who's that popular with people who have not even seen her in movies.
I think the only stuff I've seen
So
her
I'm
in
glad to
was
get my vibe.
the only stuff I've seen her in was Anyone But You and the episode of Saturday Night Live that she hosted.
So there you go, Joe. Imagine Anyone But You, but with Stephen Fry.
All right. Well, we'll go to my All Rianne, where keep in mind my breeze was Nathan Lane. So my Nathan Lane
more
will be
handsome
hooking
breeze.
up with Sydney Sweeney.
Oh my god. You two.
It's always so funny when that happens.
For many of the same reasons as Justin's.
Mm-hmm. And I think you added a really good point on too, Shita.
What?
That people would follow her even without the powers.
Yeah.
The only thing
That would be funny.
is that I think in the book, I think that Rianne is a little bit heavier set than Sydney Sweeney is.
Well, did you hear she had a body transformation recently? She
Yeah,
just got
I know
buff, though, not.
Yeah, I know for a recent movie she was changing up.
That's true. I tried to think of someone stockier too, but you guys just went with freaking bombshells, I guess.
The problem is, I looked through. I cannot find that many modern actresses who I think could carry that kind of role.
I thought of putting the actor from Bridgerton on there, but I didn't want to put her in my movie.
You didn't want to put her in your movie.
I just don't like that direction that they went, so. But
I see.
that's here and there. I don't know if there's any crossover between Bridgerton fans and Cosmere fans.
Well, my sister read the books and watched the Netflix show, and she's listening to our podcast.
There we go. Let me know, Joe's sister. Do you think that would have been good casting for Ariane? Maybe. I mean, maybe I haven't. She's an okay actor. We'll see.
We'll see. No, we won't. We won't see.
We'll see when I cast her. Oh, I'll make her. I'll call her to test to try it out.
Sheta's going to become a casting director for this movie.
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't be able to pick. Oh, casting Zane. I'd be like, I'll just call all these guys over to.
All right.
they'll be a
What's the
good
next
pick.
one, Sheta? Don't be a Harvey Weinstein over there.
Those are the perks, Justin. All right.
Uh-huh.
My next casting is for Tinson / Orsier, and I'm going to cast Oscar Isaacs as.
Oh yeah,
my
that's a good one. I
Orsier.
like that one.
I think he has a playful, but I think he's a good kind of straight man, but kind of attitude-y. Like he's kind of sarcastic and funny. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he could do it.
I think the only
Don't
voiceover
you think you're
thing...
wasting his handsomeness, Shita?
Unless like his next body is going to be a guy.
I suppose, yeah.
Also, he could play like a criminal type, like, but he has all this intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the only voiceover work I remember off the top of my head it would be Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and he's
like
great.
He basically just played himself in there, or like just a normal person. All right, for my Tensoon, I went with, where's the picture? I don't know why I always picture Tensoon having a very quiet, whispery voice, and kind of a gruffness to him, and you weirdly trust him even though he's kind of creepy. I went with Kiefer Sutherland as my Tensoon voice.
Oh, I love it.
That was by Marsh.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
I knew
it is.
somebody was casted as Kiefer Sutherland. I couldn't remember who.
Well, he does also he has a great quiet talking voice and a great yelling voice.
Yeah,
I absolutely
I
love
thought he-
that. I want.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love it.
I'm glad. I knew Sheta you would be a fan.
Yeah, this is so cute.
But I could have
love
cast Kiefer Sutherland as anyone, and I think you would have been for it.
Yeah, but this is perfect. This is just perfect. I've
Well,
only
that's
seen
good.
his voice work in an old animated movie of the Nutcracker, where he plays the Nutcracker.
I think the only voice work I know him from was voicing Jack Bauer in 24 the Game.
24 the video game.
Which was surprisingly a really good game.
I think I beat it in a day, right?
Yeah.
I want to play.
Yeah. But it takes place between seasons 2 and 3. So Justin finished season 2, and then I was over at his place. He started playing it. We were hanging out. Then I went home. And the next day, we were at school. He's like, "Yeah, I beat it."
Had to play it in character.
Yeah. So then he was able to then go straight on to season 3. All right. For my Tensoon, I always pictured him a little bit deeper voice. So I went with Keith David.
That's a good one, too.
Ooh.
No, I kind of wish I would have thought of that.
If people don't know, he's voiced a lot of stuff out there. A lot of video game characters, deeper voice. He was voiced the villain in Princess and the Frog Disney movie. Or for live action, you might have seen him in either The Thing or There's Something About Mary.
I forgot he was in Something About Mary.
And he just has a great voice.
Yeah, he's got one of the best voices out there.
Or Goliath from the Gargoyles.
Yep.
That's the one I always like.
Sheta, if we sit here and we name Keith David roles, we're going to be here all day. He's done so many.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, she needs to say it as she brings up her next picture.
Yes, okay. Next, my casting is for Tyndall, and I casted Meryl Streep as my Tyndall because I just watched Devil Wears Prada, and I thought she was great in there. So she's very good at being bossy, but classy and knowledgeable. So, and almost to the point of where you're like, stop being such a bee. So I think she's perfect.
Against who is your says it again? You just said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can see that link up, Sheta.
Yeah.
Abe Jones.
Yeah.
They make a cute couple.
For my Tyndall, I wanted somebody who could come in and have an immediate presence and be older and kind of bitchier, but also be weirdly attractive. And so I went with Helena Bonham Carter in the modern day.
Oh.
All right.
Nice.
Who is your Sazed?
My Sazed is still Michael Cera. So that'll be quite an awesome relationship.
Oh my god. Why, Justin?
I stand by it. He's got the range. Don't think of him typecasted. Think of him casted as this role. It could work. Especially those buff scenes in this book.
Oh my god. Why is Michael Cera always doing action sequences?
Because he's weirdly cool.
And now he gets to
make out with Helena Bonham Carter.
I don't think they ever kissed.
Hold hands and study.
All right. Well, my Tyndall, I'm with another actress, a little bit older, and I feel like she can have a little bit more of that that voice of authority. And I'm probably going to butcher the name, but I have Shorey Akdashlu. She was in 24. She was in X-Men: The Last Stand.
Yeah. Oh,
ooh,
yeah.
yes.
I love that one. I love that actress.
Jeez.
And that's good casting.
Good.
Yeah.
She's got
She has
sexy,
a great
husky voice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think she voiced a character in Mass Effect 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she does. One of the Quarians, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great. Good pick.
That's perfect.
And my Sazed was Senhil Ramamurthy or Mohinder from Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
We're also like
Dang.
right after we recorded that episode, like 2 days later, they announced that he was also going to play Cobra in the next season of the One Piece live action.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was
Oh.
confused by your picture because I don't think I've ever seen her with her hair down.
She had her hair down in 24.
Did she?
Yeah.
You just know her from that one thing. But yeah, I like that one. But she's too nice a little bit. I like
Have
she.
you
She is
watched
not too
24?
nice, Sheta. What are you talking about?
She just, I guess, I don't know.
I think
She's
she
just very
murdered him.
soft spoken.
Yeah, as Tyndall would be.
I guess so, yeah. Alright. Next on the cast is Set. And I have casted Russell Crowe as Set. I just
Alright.
think he's got a good likability factor and he can be kind of an a-hole. So
I like that one.
Do you have any idea how close I was to casting Russell Crowe, Sheta?
really?
Yeah, so close. I did cast somebody, same thing. He can be an asshole, but he has a real charismatic likability factor. I have Michael Keaton.
Oh, he's too likable.
Set is super likable while saying some of the worst things ever, and I thought somebody like Michael Keaton can deliver those lines very well.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton's been a villain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
And then one I picked was another one where, seeing him playing good guys that are, likable, but also seeing him play villains in movies. I went with Stellan Skarsgård.
That's a good one, too.
Ooh.
Also, more realistic casting for fame levels than ours.
Oh, he was just the main villain in the recent Dune movies.
Yeah.
But, with this, he's not going to have as heavy of a makeup and prosthetics. They don't need to make him look incredibly fat.
He plays... Wow, that's awesome.
Plays what?
You'll see, Shita.
Oh, okay. Right.
That's also
no.
why
Oh,
I was
right.
very close to getting Bill Skarsgård as Zanes, and I could have had a father-son duo as enemies.
Ooh.
Wait, is he actually his son? I always knew the name was the same.
Yeah, he's
Is
the
he?
son.
Yeah.
Then,
I didn't know that.
then there's also his other son, Alexander Skarsgård, played Tarzan in that one Tarzan movie with Margot Robbie.
Man, one of those sons got all the looks.
Hey, what? My favorite is the It one.
Yeah, the creepy little psycho. One got to play an evil monster, and the other got to play fucking Tarzan. That's quite a range in looks.
He also got to play Eric Draven.
Oh, yeah, he did, yeah. And we saw how well that did.
Right. My next casting will be for Lord Penrod, or King Penrod. And I casted Sam Neill. I wanted someone who was a little bit he has an air of authority to him, but also now it's just because I saw this one creepy movie when I was young where he has kind of a creep factor, so that's why.
Event Horizon you saw when you were young, shit?
Yes, he has a little bit of a
you didn't see that when you were young, did you?
No, it's a different
she's talking
one,
about Jurassic Park 3.
No, it's a Perfect Stranger. That's the movie where he has kind of like a darkness to him, but not that Penrod is dark, but you can't trust him though, because he's not really your friend. He's not on your side for real. So that's why I picked.
My Penrod, I wanted somebody who feels very, up there in the nobility, but doesn't seem like as big of an asshole as the rest of them. And so I went with Pierce Brosnan.
Ooh, these Penrods are pretty handsome too.
Mm-hmm. Kind of a similar, not as much on the creepy factor because I didn't see Penrod that way, but a lot of the same things you were saying.
Well, he was James Bond, so he has to be charming. That's the rule.
I don't know that Penrod would be that charming, but he wouldn't be without charm.
People like him. He looks kingly,
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, my Penrod, I believe he's British, another British actor who's been, typically, I've seen him in a lot of those sort of noble roles or sort of stuff. So I'm with Kenneth Branagh.
Mm.
So people know him. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Who is he in there?
Gilderoy
Lockhart.
Yeah. Okay, yep.
He was that.
I see it.
Or also he was in a lot of stuff I was also thinking of. He's been playing Hercule Poirot in those recent movies. Murder on the Orient Express, Death on the Nile, that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he directed Thor.
Okay, that's where the name sounds so familiar from. I did not know that the director of Thor
He's
was
a director?
an actor, though.
Yeah, he
Weird.
did that. I think he might. I know he starred in. He might have also directed that Mary Shelley Frankenstein movie from the mid-90s. And I've always pictured Penrod with a mustache, so that's why I was thinking Hercule Poirot. I also could be very wrongly pronouncing that name.
Probably.
Okay. All right. Next, my cast for Jasties. Oh, I casted Cole Sprouse as my Jasties
What?
because
I cast him as
thought
Kingly Elend, and you go for Jasties.
I thought
Well-
it was good because he actually plays a really good, like neurotic character. You know, I really saw him going from being someone who's like Ellen's friend and like all cleaned up to just falling from that. I think he'd be really good.
And yeah, because you have to have him in like the first movie. He has to be more normal and just a normal noble guy. Then the second movie, that's where they have to like change up his look and make him look more just broken.
Yeah, sometimes when like, he's kind of like sweatily doing research and getting all crazy. That's what I imagine from Riverdale.
Or when you think of him hanging out in a hotel.
Yeah, living that sweet life.
Yeah. For my Jasties, I went with somebody who can seem like he has it together at one moment, and then the next moment can just look like he's totally falling apart, and who is not quite as handsome as our Elend. I went with Paul Dano, who you would know as Riddler from The Batman. And
Oh, that's cute. That's good. I like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've recognized him. I've seen that movie. I think he had something else that came out just this year that I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, he did. I just read it like an hour ago when I grabbed this picture, but I can't remember.
All right. Well, I went with the Jasties. I want somebody who could have the transformation, somebody that looks more normal, kind of noble-ish in the first movie, and then also can play a more broken down person. So I went with somebody who had a very similar role with Alfie Allen, who played Theon Greyjoy in Game of Thrones.
You're gonna
I
kill
love it.
Sheta with these castings.
I love it. Oh my gosh. He's perfect. I love him too. Oh, that's good. These are really good.
See, Justin, she can have these. We got Sydney Sweeney earlier.
I don't want to share.
You have to share her, yeah. I get like
That's
50
gross.
guys. I like that.
Yeah, she's got a whole harem of creepy serial killers.
Yeah. And Russell Crowe and
And Russell Crowe and Michael Keaton.
yeah. Bill Skarsgård, all my favorites.
Yeah.
This is a buffet. Sorry.
You know, a
You can
lot
take
of
that
people
out,
would
too.
disagree with you, Sheta.
Well,
A lot of people
more
would
for
think,
me.
what the fuck is she smoking? These guys are fucking creeps.
All right. That's all I got for new casting, except for one more. That is not a real casting, but I thought it would be funny. Okay. Doo-doo-doo. So for my next casting, I want to cast Amaranta, and I'm casting Taylor Swift as
What the fuck? He's not going to do that, Sheta.
But I was like, my strap
What
is
is
Tom Hiddleston, and they used to date, and she did not like him. Like, some of her songs is like about just getting that kind of revenge. So I just thought it would
What
be funny.
in the name of God have you done, Sheta?
You casted her for the meme in the movie.
Yes, it would be so funny though. Wouldn't that be such a good like cameo for her to like badassingly poison
I don't
Tom
think
Hiddleston?
most people would believe it was her.
So that means Taylor Swift now is hooking up with that guy from Eternals.
Yep, I could see it.
You just
would
casted
go-
one of the most famous people in the world as a bit role as a freaking sex slave in a fantasy series.
But she's gonna get her revenge though. That's totally her typecast. Getting
She doesn't
angry
really
I
with
don't
your-
know.
I would
On
not
your
call that
ex.
revenge because he strangles her to death and then figures out what the drug is himself.
Yeah, that's why for me that would be a funny joke, but I don't think she'd
Yeah.
like it.
I didn't do any meme castings. I didn't know that was what we were doing here.
Well, I did have one more real casting.
Okay.
I did Damu, because he played a bigger role in this story.
Yeah,
Mm.
Damu. Damn it, you're right.
So I want somebody that, overall kind of looks like most of the stuff, he usually plays like the more straight bit character, kind of a normal look. So I went with Jason Bateman.
Yeah, okay.
Cute.
I do not have a Damu. I don't even know where to start.
I have one. I have a demo. I really like French guys, so here's me. Well, no one. I don't know if anyone would know him, but he is Cesar Domboy, and he plays Fergus, Fergus Freita from Outlander, the little French boy that they adopt, who grows up, and he's really cool and cute and French, which I imagine Dimu is. So I think that he would be really good at being like conflicted, because that's what his character is like.
Wait, did you have this role already cast, or did you just think of this on the spot when I said Damu?
I kind of cast him because that's probably my favorite French actor. So why? Is it really good?
No, I was just thinking because you're like, hold on. Oh, here's a picture of this French guy.
It was just on her phone. Just grabbed the first picture she had.
My favorites. Yeah, I just have a folder for it. I thought of him because when I realized that Dimu was kind of Frenchy sounding and I wanted that accent, I thought it would be good.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would
Aren't
be
they
good
all kind of Frenchy sounding?
in the book?
In this book?
A lot of them,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Kelsier, Damu,
Oh.
Renew.
That's true.
Right. And then Justin did not have a Damu.
I wish I did, but I don't have any off mine. He's too, small of a character for me to come up with a good casting off the top of my head.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Well, castings look good, but as usual, the studios have to meddle.
No.
And
No.
another thing that should worry you is this studio is Warner Brothers.
Uh-oh.
No.
Oh, God. Wait. Oh, God.
So this time, with the studio meddling, I'm changing it up, so we'll play a little bit of a game. So, it's going to be, which of you want to go first in this game?
Not it?
All right, so Sheta.
No.
1, 2, or 3? Which door do you want to open?
2, I guess.
Okay. All right, who was your Tensoon?
Uh-oh.
Oscar Isaacs?
All right. Well, the studio realized that they wanted more to appeal to the kid demographic in this movie, so they decided to replace your Tensoon, both the voice actor and the character model in the movie. So your Tensoon is now straight up Pepe Le Pew.
Wow.
Not what I expected.
So you're gonna have this much more gritty, realistic things, and then CGI Pepe Le Pew there.
I feel
Talking
like
with
that's
Vin.
change the tone.
Is he acting
quite a
like
bit.
Pepe Le Pew, or is he acting
Yes.
like Tensoon? Okay.
No, it's Pepe Le Pew.
He's like, where the hell are you, or Seer? And then he's chasing some cat who got a stripe on her back over at the other side of town.
No, he's gonna be more flirty with Vin.
Oh, God. No.
Oh, I hate it.
All right. So, Sheta, how do you feel your movie will be with Pepe Le Pew as Tensoon?
Not good.
All right. Well, you will be given a chance if you want. You can have an opportunity to try to change it, so you'll get somebody else switched out, or you can keep this one. Let's make a deal. Do you want to keep Pepe Le Pew, or do you want to roll the dice and possibly get something worse or something better? And you will be stuck with your other option no matter what.
I mean, I don't think it's that bad, but
Could be worse than Pepe Le Pew. Is that what you're saying, Sheta?
Yeah. Like,
You could get the WB Frog, or whatever his name was.
So, do you want to risk it, or do you want to keep it?
I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna not risk it.
All right. So, Justin, now we'll go over to you. Door number one or door number 2? All right. Who is your Tyndall again?
Helena Bonham Carter.
All right. Well, the studio feels like your Tyndall, they want to appeal to a younger audience. They just feel like yours is too old. So in order to try to get the younger audience to really go into it, your Tyndall has been replaced with Ariana Grande.
What the fuck?
Oh my gosh.
That's that's not a good idea.
So, not a terrible actress. She's been decent in what I've seen, but she is also
It's better
much
than Pepe
younger.
Le Pew, that's for sure.
Well, now I should have switched out.
Well, Well, we'll leave it up to Justin first. How do you feel about your Tyndall?
I think it's god awful casting and gimmicky.
Who's your season?
Also, Michael Cera, that doesn't matter. It's that the character of Tyndall. Oh god. This is an important character in the movie, and I haven't seen her that much, but she does not seem to give off the kind of wisely matron vibes that I feel we need for this character to instruct Ellen on how to be king.
Are you telling me
Glinda's a character like that?
Is she?
Yeah, and Wizard of Oz.
Glinda also has not had like 20 kids.
Also, yeah, in the original movie, I don't know
where do you
about
think the
in this
Munchkins
story
came
when they're
from?
younger. Oh god, no.
All right, so Justin, do you want to stay with
No.
Ariana Grande as Tyndall, or do you want to
Hit me.
possibly switch it?
Hit me. I want this
All
out
right.
of my movie.
All right, so Justin, door number 1 or door number 2?
Oh god, I gotta do it again? Door number 2.
All right, well, as I warned you before, your movie is being produced by Warner Brothers.
Oh, okay,
They have now decided that even though there's popularity between it, people are excited. Instead of releasing this movie, they're just going to can it and take the tax
Damn
write
it.
off.
Damn it! No, shit. Well, that's the worst door to get. Fuck.
Yeah, it's one where if you guys decide to switch it, I always put in another option where Warner Brothers would just can it.
Well, it's
That's awful.
very likely. It's happened a few times now.
That's the worst thing ever.
Right.
We bankrupted.
Yeah, Sheta, you're never gonna see the Wile E. Coyote movie with John Cena in it. You're just never gonna see it. It's gone.
That is just the worst. That is awful.
There's
I
got to
don't
be
give
some
a
way
shit about Batgirl, but that. Well,
There's got to
I
be
was
some way that
reading
movie
the
can get
people in
leaked.
charge. The people in charge say that when they do that, they literally destroyed the movie, specifically so it can't leak.
I don't
Whether
know
that's true or not, I don't know, but
I
that's
don't
what
know
I read.
why they would do that for that movie. That movie sounded very interesting and likely would have done
well, they ran the numbers and they thought it wouldn't make money. That's simple. Whether it would have or not, I couldn't say.
Would it be that much more to just release it?
They're doing it because they're so, like, when the new regime took over, they're so far in debt. They're doing every little teeny thing they can to get themselves back into the black. That's the good one, right?
Yeah, but because
so, like, to us, it may seem like who cares, but for them, they're like, this is a for sure this amount of money to get us out, you know. So even though I disagree with it, I understand. Unlike a lot of people.
I see.
And by not releasing it, they're able to take a tax write off because they lost money on it.
Yeah,
they spent money for something that never got released.
I see.
All right.
So it's
Sheta, we'll go back to you.
No.
Justin's movie got canceled, so yours will not get canceled. So you can either keep Pepe Le Pew or go for the last option, and I will get stuck with Pepe Le Pew.
I don't want to.
You gotta think. Would you have accepted the Tyndall casting more than Le Pew? That's the question.
No. At least, like,
No.
Peppy is an animal, and, like, and Mercier's kind of like an animal. Like, and it's a weird conjure thing. Like, this is the best option. So you take whatever the last one is, Joe.
Okay. I really wish Sheta would have taken the last one. This one probably would have upset her the most.
Yeah, I figured.
Because Zane...
No.
They felt They felt like Zane was just not funny enough
Oh my
Oh
god.
no.
in the movie. So they have decided to cut out Skeet Ulrich from my movie and instead use Gabriel Iglesias.
I knew you were gonna do something like this. No.
Joe, you have no idea how much I would watch this movie
No.
just to see that.
Hey,
Gabriel-
Vin,
Oh
you want
my
to go with
God.
me to this site? No. I knew
Also-
you were gonna do something like this.
Also known as Fluffy.
Oh my god.
And also to go along with it and to keep it more funny and maybe also go more kids, God will be a little CGI cartoon parrot on his shoulder that talks to him.
I hate this. Whew.
All
This
right.
sounds good. I like this movie. I wish I got this casting instead of being canceled.
All right. So now I'll just ask, Sheta with Pepe Le Pew, will your movie succeed or fail?
It might. Might be like a weird monkey bone or kangaroo jack type abomination. But it has a it's a cult favorite.
Justin, if your movie had been released, do you think it could have succeeded with Tindwill?
Yeah, I don't think that was a movie killing casting there. I don't think it was worth canceling. I think people would have disliked it, but since she's not even the biggest character and she dies, I think people would have been fine with it. And she would have brought in some people who weren't going to see it otherwise. My movie got canned for nothing.
No, your movie got canned because you went to the studio being like, I need somebody else. And they're like, fuck you, you're canceled.
Like,
Yeah. You should have just been thankful you got Ariana.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't think mine will work. I think trying to portray this,
Zane is a
Dark.
huge part of the story.
Mm-hmm.
and now in my movie, Vin is having to choose between Gabriel Iglesias or Michael Cera. And
Oh god.
Zane also gets so Gabriel Iglesias also gets all his scenes with Tywin Lannister.
All stupid.
You're telling me
No.
this isn't going to succeed? This sounds like the best movie ever made, especially if it's a sequel to a super serious movie.
Well, I guess also I have to remember from my last movie, my Vin is now played by Leslie Jones.
Oh god. You just ruined this movie. I don't want to see Leslie Jones and Gabriel Iglesias have a steamy side romance temptation.
Yeah, because both of
What
your
is this movie now?
just because both of your castings from the studio from the first movie are both dead. So
Oh jeez.
so that's how the studio has been ruining Brandon Sanderson's much acclaimed book series.
Oh, I'd believe it.
All right. And now we will move on to the last section of this, where I will once again show Justin and Sheta. Oh, yeah, that's your names. For some reason, for some reason in my mind, I thought I just said Joe and Sheta. So I will show Justin and
No,
Sheta
Don't exist.
the covers of Hero of Ages, and then they will give their predictions about what will happen in this book.
I think we should have a better chance at it than we have in previous ones.
Yeah, you know a lot more of the characters. You already kind of know.
Mhm.
It's not like going in blind like what you did for Elantris or Final Empire.
Yeah, this is cool. The third book in a continuing series.
Yep. So we'll start off. This will be the very first cover, so the United States hardcover. And keep in mind, anybody, I will post these on the Twitter and the Blue Sky, so you can follow along if you want.
So Vin's still in the book.
I assume those floating people are more wraiths that come down out of the mist as it starts spreading. Maybe all the souls of people who've died and like been trapped in the mists when trying to go move over to the next world or something.
This is a secret society of mistborns,
But
or
they're
a club
floating.
that just ate those metal beads and became a secret
How are they
society of
flying?
mistborn.
Yeah. How are they flying?
The air is probably full of metals, and they just go vibrating it back and forth. You know, metal magic.
Yeah. I dig. I stand by mine though. I don't know what the hell Vin is wearing there. Seems weird. Is that a dress?
He's always in weird dresses and half mist cloaks. Like,
All right.
Also, like, I never get the fashion right in these.
Next will be the first mass paperback copy in the United States.
Oh God, that is such a lame cover.
Wow. What the
What year was
heck?
this? Jesus Christ! This looks. What does this look like?
How old is this book?
This looks like concept art for a video game.
Hero
Looks like
of
it's
Ages.
from the 90s. Is it?
90s? No, it's 2000 something.
Okay. Late
October
90s.
14th, 2008 was when the book was originally released. So, mass paperback, probably 2009, I guess.
Okay. It's a
That is-
semi-realistically painterly style, but it looks like a weird
Mhm.
photoshopped picture of characters I
does.
don't even recognize. But it's assumedly Vin and Ellen.
You
looking
don't
like
think that
they're
that's
40.
super
Like-
sexy, Ellen?
Maybe they are 40 now. I don't know. Maybe it's
They
a
don't
time
look
jump.
40. What are you
They
talking
look so.
about?
Look at Ellen. He has like a weird like 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah, he's a grown man. Of course he does.
He's like barely 18.
He is not barely 18. He's like 20 something.
He was like 21 in the first book.
Okay, barely 18. This looks like it picks up right where we left him. So besides it being,
Yeah.
So yeah, they just
Looks
kind of
like there's stuff on
still
fire in the
together.
background. Lightning everywhere.
Ancient buildings half in the ground.
Mhm.
Yeah, looks like we'll have some mystery uncovering, hopefully.
And a lot of supermodel posing, according to this cover.
I do not like either of these models.
All right. Next, we'll go on to the mass paperback second cover.
We
One
got
of these.
a sword, or is that a
Maybe it's one of those
pillar?
sticks.
It looks like something stabbing into something on the ground with a bunch of
Oh, it's a nail.
magic-y explosion.
It's a nail.
You're right. I think it is a nail. Yeah, because there's a bunch of nails and pieces of metal by the side of it. Yeah.
It's probably a Steel
So-
Ministries nail like
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
bed.
Definitely, that's what it is. The spikes. Yeah.
hmm
What are they stabbing into?
Looks like probably like a steel plate with words on it. Like, you know how they can only be written in steel?
Very well could be. Very well could be.
That's my prediction.
All right.
You're saying fuck the system.
Yep.
All right. So next one will be United States, and it was young adult paperback. So, as I said with the other ones, probably targeted towards a young adult audience.
Well, looks like
Ah.
Arya Stark took down a freaking Resident Evil monster on the cover of this to me.
Ugh. Oh my gosh, the Kolars are so scary looking. I don't like him. Does kind of look like Arya Stark.
Mm-hmm. That is the cover. Arya standing on a dead Koloss. It's got arrows in it and a giant thing behind. Oh, is that a
Weird.
flag?
Maybe it's Ellen's flag. I claim
I like
thee
seeing-
for my boyfriend.
I like seeing a more normal interpretation of the Koloss. A lot of the ones on the previous covers were like really over-the-top art styles.
Yeah, the Koloss looks really great in here. Looks exactly like I imagined with the stretched skin. So it looks like we'll be getting more Koloss stuff.
Yeah, but she killed it.
Or she's writing on it because she can control them.
You know what would suck? If the second god rises, he controls the Koloss and just destroys the city anyways.
Yeah, that would be a move.
That would suck ass.
I think if that were to happen, it would have already happened.
Yeah, I think so. But maybe he's got to regain his power a bit.
All right. So next one will be the 2023 trade paperback, edition.
Looks like Vin went to Arrakis. So it looks like all the plants have died on the cover of this. It's just desert. I assume that's their city in the background. But it could be another one because there's a volcano behind it for some reason.
Oh my gosh! This has been going to the past when the
Why?
When the well was by a volcano or by the mountain.
I'm gonna assume that's more representative of that, if anything.
Well, they said
keep
they
in
built
mind,
this.
this world is covered by ash mounts, which are like volcanoes that spew ash into the sky constantly.
Oh,
Yeah, but I think all the evidence points towards Vin going to the past, Joe.
yeah, because because the well was at the mountains of the terrorist people's land,
Where
and
do
he
you
just
get
built the
this stuff?
city around it. Just that he built the city around the well, and so Vin went back to before that happened.
Yeah. But was there a city there then? So that wouldn't, I don't think that would work the way you're saying.
This feels more like a jamming of all the timelines, where the city is there and also the mountains are there.
Hey, Sheta, you know who you remind me of is Hank Venture. In that
What?
episode where he's like, he's just talking random shit about OSI agents. And he's like, yep, and they kill clean. They don't let dames get in the way. And
Oh, he's
Brock
just
or
playing.
somebody's like, where do you get this stuff? It's like, yeah, I think he's channeling crazy dead people. He just
Okay, just
makes up stuff and
hear
says it
me
as if
out
it's a
though.
fact all the time.
The gold, burning gold lets you see different timelines. If you
Mhm.
burn maybe gold with duralumin or with, you could get a crazy clash of timelines.
I don't
I
know
don't
if
know.
the time thing, I'm curious to see if it is actually like timelines in the sense of this world, or if it's like if you see other, not like universes, nothing that's sciencey, but like other branches or something that exist out there. I'm very curious which one that is, if that made any sense.
No, it make no sense.
For real, I didn't make sense, or you're just picking on me?
No, I just couldn't follow because yeah.
Like whether the other times they're seeing are like it could have happened this way, and it's time traveling kind of like you're saying, or if they're
Mhm.
seeing a world where it already did happen that way, happen differently. I'm
Oh, I see.
curious.
I see.
hmm
I see.
Like whether they're looking across to the side or they're actually looking in the back and then seeing what it could have been if they took a
It
different path.
seems like it because when you see the Lord Ruler, that's kind of what happened to me,
Yeah, but it
in my
could be either
opinion.
way. It could be that, just he could have done that, or it could be he did do that in a different path.
All right, let's move on to the next one. So next will be 3 different covers for the graphic audio. Graphic audio, it's like ones where they do like full voice acting, sound effects, and all that. Because they have all that stuff in it, the books get split into 3. So here's the first graphic audio cover.
Jesus. We
What's
got
that?
some kind of Olympian blind dude with wrappings over his looking super fucking epic.
That
Was
was
that in
the
the book?
angel. The angel
Yeah,
Gabriel burning in
it looks
hell.
like the angel Gabriel burning in hell. Yes. Jesus, Shita, that was dark. What did the angel Gabriel do? Holy shit.
He fell out of favor.
I guess so.
He's blinded and thrown into hell.
Yeah. You're joking, but that is what this cover looks like.
Hmm.
My guess
Now
is
here's
this would be the entity they freed. That's my only guess. Or Ellen gets his eyes cut out. One of the two.
Is Ellen blonde?
Do we know?
I always thought he was dark hair.
Yeah, I don't know if they ever said or not.
Yeah.
Brandon Sanders seems to have a knack for not telling me those details, I've noticed.
Yeah. I think he likes to keep it open.
Mm-hmm.
all right. Now here's part 2 for the graphic audio.
Okay, that's
Azed.
Sazed. Yeah, nice and simple. He's just reading a pile of books. That outfit is cool. I like that look for him.
Yeah. Like a fantasy monk outfit. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And now we'll go to part 3 of the graphic audio.
And then, yeah.
Finn.
So by my logic, that first one has to be Ellen or the entity they freed.
Why is he blind? Does he get turned into a inquisitor?
Maybe it's him training or something. Oh yeah, it could be Marsh. I didn't think of that.
Yes, it's probably Marsh because Kelsier is blonde. So Marsh is probably blonde too. I hope that jerk answers for what he's done.
He doesn't even know why he did it.
I hope he gets answers for his own sake.
Yeah.
All right. Now it's time to leave the U.S. and go over to the United Kingdom.
No, we can skip that.
So here's the United Kingdom cover.
Artsy thing with lines and shapes. And a girl's face, probably been. These are just kind of so vague to me. Like, ooh. What do you think, Justin?
I think he's just too upset with the cover.
No, I broke down. This is... I don't know what this is. So it's better than the other ones, or is it worse? I can't tell. What am I looking at? Sheta, what am I looking at?
Some kind of artsy compositional piece.
Yeah, it's a face with a bunch of lines going through it and some blue wisps. I don't
It feels
understand.
very random, and no offense, but I would send this back.
Yeah.
Be like,
I
I'm
don't
sorry, I asked
understand.
for a cover to this book with all these ideas and themes. I don't know what this is.
They just had this lying around and submitted it.
I just
Alright.
personally would craft something more tied to what the book is about.
Goddamn England.
Also,
This
no
is why we
offense, but what's
fucking
with
left
this
them.
font? I don't like it.
Oh yeah, the font's
Mhm.
awful. I'm gonna say all of the covers they've done, if I was in a store with just money to burn on a book, I would not buy these books. I just would not. I wouldn't read the description. I wouldn't anything. I would not be a customer of this. Like, what is this artsy fartsy crap?
This always makes me think, can I just get a job doing book covers too? Like, can I do it?
Not
I
in
feel like it
America,
would...
apparently, Shida. But in Europe.
I just mean...
Well, we'll go to the next one will be the UK cover 10th anniversary version.
I hate this cover so much.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a V for Vendetta mask on the front, basically. Even got a little goatee and everything.
It's
Looks like it's trying to be like a Disney Pixar movie about like, I don't know, Inuits or something, and this is the art they have in the credits for it. Does that make sense to anyone?
it's just so strange. It's a very simplified graphic design of a girl's face or person's face. The vibe is just completely wrong. If it's given off Nordic vibes when I'm like, I don't know. I'm being really harsh.
Okay, well, we'll leave the UK then, and we'll go over to
Oh,
Germany.
thank God.
Goodness. Do they have any good covers, Joe? Like,
In the UK, not so far. See, this cover's cool. I don't know that it represents the book at all. We got a dude in dark armor with giant, like, Jack Kirby horn things on a
yeah,
horse. And
who
looks
is
like he's
this
straight up
supposed to be?
carrying an American flag behind him. I can get behind this book.
Yeah, but what character is this? Who even rides
This is-
horses in this world?
Hey,
Straff?
we don't
Is
know
this
what
Straff?
happens.
Like,
We don't know what happens in the next book.
yeah, maybe this
It's
is the
Steppenwolf.
entity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Maybe it is a little Nordic or Celtic. What do I know?
Remember, when you get to the international covers, they do not become trustworthy.
Yeah, that's one thing I've always noticed with international covers. Some of them will actually go along with the book. Some of them, it's like they just had like a pile of fantasy artwork, and they'll just grab one and be like, "Yeah, I'll put that on the
Yeah. Just ready to go when they've got to regionalize a book.
Next, we're going to go to Russia.
See, this one's cool. I'll let you explain. Shita.
Yeah. This is like a badass Ellen holding a giant sword and flying around fighting Koloss. So it looks like he's going to be full steam ahead as a Mistborn Elemental
I don't know.
user.
Are they Kolas or are these like mist creatures? Because they look like they're kind of wispy.
They're Koloss.
Okay. Okay, jeez. What the? I'm sorry.
We'll just follow the same line of reasoning that they've been this whole time. I don't know. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Looks like he's still wearing his kingly white clothes. So,
Well, he's emperor now.
yeah. Well, I'm still scared about that.
About what? Oh, God, you're weird. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
All right. Let's just move on to Romania then.
All right. Just Vin jumping with a sword, wearing like a Romanian dress. Looks like she's in some kind of ice area, though. Maybe that's Ash. That's probably Ash. Pretty straightforward. Big old fantasy on the side, so you know.
That literally takes up like 10% of the cover. I don't know why you need to do that.
You're like, I just want a
Fantasy.
fantasy book. Oh, this one. Okay.
Ah, that's helpful. Yeah. Although that's not really what a Mistcloak looks like. It doesn't have the strips.
No. I've long given up on the clothes being accurate, Sheta.
Oh.
For the last book, I think you guys said the same exact thing for Romania. That's not a miscloak. All right, now on to Spain.
Really different vibe.
Okay, so this looks like really bad, like early, like 3 years ago or 2 years ago AI art to me, where everything kind of blends together, and it's kind of the suggestion of a woman holding a helmet and a knife, but it just looks really confusing.
Yeah, it's kind of frustrating to look at because I only get pieces. I don't know who this is supposed to be, too. Maybe it's Ariane. I don't know. This doesn't look like any of our characters.
Again, you remember that one screaming guy on the cover, Shada? Of that one? Like, we still don't know who that is. I'm still waiting for him to show up.
That was also Spain.
God damn it, Spain.
Okay, so next we'll have Greece.
Oh, finally. A classy one.
There you go. Someone's in a miscloak. Being cool.
A guy in a miscloak that actually looks like a miscloak. Super stylized. Somebody is trying to sell this idea.
I'm just so surprised at how many covers there are. You really need more than one cover?
Well, yeah, they try to sell it to their audience in their country. We do the same thing here.
Oh, I suppose. But you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, though.
What else are you going to judge it by?
Maybe the back flap? No.
You want me to read the back flap of every book at the store?
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's what I do.
That is not what you do.
It totally is.
No, it's not.
Every single book at the store. Every
No.
single book.
No. I'll look for the book I'm interested in. I'll read in the genre I'm interested in. I'll read the back.
How do you choose which book looks interesting to you?
The title.
The title, but you don't use the cover in any way. Is that what you're saying?
Well, if it's about something I'm interested in, like pirates or elves or something.
And to be
what
fair,
if it's about some made-up thing like mist cloaks?
To be fair, a lot of it should just be seeing the spine, so she would only be seeing the name.
Exactly.
True.
I spend a lot of time in bookstores just dicking around. So, that's what I do.
All right. Next, we're going to go to Bulgaria.
Vin's here looking
Looks
like
like
Rhea, the last dragon girl.
No, look at the scarf and the two swords. It's Mikasa.
Oh,
with the
it
wall
is
behind her.
Mikasa. Oh,
This
my
is an
God.
Attack on Titan book.
Someone robbed
The hair is similar. Yeah. This is just Attack on Titan fan art. They quickly put a miscloak on.
She even has all these belts and stuff. Wow. The haircut is exactly the same. And she even looks a little Asian in this picture.
Yeah, I'm telling you. They just had that sitting around. Somebody got hired and he's like, I'm just going to use some fan art.
Okay, we'll go to Georgia now.
Oh, Jesus.
Ooh, I like this one.
Yeah, you take it.
It's cute. We have a girl that's been in a miscloak, sitting in a cave or something with a colossus. Not a cave. At a camp, it looks like. This is so cool looking. Because the colossus is giant, and she looks really small. And the colossus is a giant sword. And Vin just looks all tired or something. It's super cute. I love it.
Yeah, this is a good one.
I'm gonna save it.
The art style is very cool, too.
Yeah, it's all painterly. Very stylish. Composition is great. You can see the triangle motif repeated.
Oh, God. Getting all fancy on us, eh?
Yep. Rule of 3.
I just said it was cool.
All right, next one's another Georgia. I don't know if they split the book into 2 parts or if this is a different printing, but another cover from them.
The most epic Elend I've ever seen on a majestic white horse riding at the front of a battlefield.
Wow.
Looking super badass.
Well, okay, I think there may be a time jump in this next book because now this is the second picture of Ellen looking like a freaking 50-year-old.
Sheta, I'm telling you, in old-timey times, think about how they do it in Game of Thrones. Like, young people have beards and look a bit older than they do in modern times.
You can have a beard, but he has like a gray beard.
A little graying at the cheeks.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is gonna have a time jump.
I'm not convinced.
Okay, one more picture of Ellen looking like he's 50, then we'll know.
All right. Well, we'll go to Italy now.
Well, looks like I'd have to assume this is a Vin, but with a much like more showy outfit, more flowing hair. Could be an Aurion too. But this is definitely every book they have the countries where they try to give a little more sex appeal to it and a little more of what's not even in the book into it.
This
Looks
does
like that's
not
this
look
one.
like Vin at all.
No, it does not. But I don't
looks
remember
like-
what country it was previously, but you remember what they've done to her in previous ones?
Yeah.
Remember the fairly young lass we're still waiting for? Or the comely young
buxom
lass we're
lad?
still waiting for? Buxom lass, yeah.
Yeah. Vin specifically has a small chest.
This girl has a small chest.
No, I meant in the buxom lad last
Oh,
picture.
I see, yeah.
Yeah. Really different vibe.
This doesn't look like how I've imagined Vin ever, but or a mist cloak or any of that.
All right. We'll go to Thailand.
Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh.
This looks like Vin fighting. See, look, Sheta, these things are like flying and like all misty. You see what I'm saying?
Maybe
Maybe
the
this is what
Koloss
the
just...
Koloss are in their normal realm before they were dragged down to like tangible form. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's why their skin doesn't grow right. You know?
I think they're just normal Koloss.
Then why are they flying?
They were jumping around before too in the other.
Yeah,
the
but they're
other,
all
covers.
wispy in the mist on two covers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I could see the mist giving him some extra boost powers and stuff.
Oh, okay, so that's what you think.
Yeah. But also, they're super tall. Vin probably has to fly around just to kill them.
Yeah. Looks like she's going to have to fight them in some form now. She's not going to get to keep them. Except maybe that one who will be her friend from the...
Yeah.
Whatever
one who's got
country
her
that
back.
was.
Ooh.
Now, hold on.
Oh,
How are we so
a-
quick to rule out that these are not Titans from Attack on Titan? Go along
You're
with
right.
the Mikasa cover.
We do have Mikasa. It's a crossover.
All right, so
You never
next
know
week,
these days.
next one's Thailand, and it said like a limited edition cover.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, this is a cool Ellen cover. I'm
Mhm.
liking him in his white suit.
Yeah, Ellen pulling the sword from the stone, basically. Very stylized.
Okay, so next we'll go to Brazil.
Prince Ellen.
So Ellen's
looks
fighting a
so
bunch of
cute.
Koloss. Yeah. But what's this dude in the front with the, like, butterball glasses on, like little Cenobite guy in the front? And back in there, too. You see those?
Those are obviously Inquisitors, Justin.
Yeah, I can see that now that you say it. I thought they were sunglasses at first.
Oh, dude. No,
Alright, so we're
yeah.
fighting Koloss and Inquisitors then. With mist everywhere.
This is striking. Tyndall is such a good designer to put him in this white suit fighting all these dirty, like, monsters.
I don't think that's what she was planning for.
Well, wearing the white suit in the ashfall, it's very striking. So,
Yeah. Well, they said that, like, to show that you are
Yeah,
of a
that's what
higher
I'm
class,
saying.
you can take care of your... I'm saying they said that in the book, right? Am I remembering that correctly? That's what I'm saying.
Yes, that's what I just said. Tyndall said that it would be striking in the ashfall because no one wears white. I'm surprised Ellen's taking such an action-handed hand in all this.
All right, next we'll go with China.
Ooh.
What the fuck? Alright, so we got a woman I assume is Vin floating in a very, like, strange Chinese style, I guess. You got some face in the mist, I assume that represents God. And then you've got people praying. I mean, this woman could be the God entity too. We don't know what it is yet. Yeah, this is a very strange one.
Cool. Ooh, I think I got a spoiler. There's a little guy in the corner who might be Kelsier. And then a guy in the other corner who might be the Deepness.
Based on?
Based on my intuitions.
So, okay, not a spoiler then.
Well, the one guy has blonde hair, which Kelsier has blonde hair. There's some kind of lightning powers around him to represent the Mistborn Allomancy powers. And then the other side has a guy with cosmic power, I want to say. That will be the deepness.
He's got like astrological symbols, and the other guy's got lightning.
Yeah.
I don't think of that the way you think about it, but I do think that that's probably purposeful.
Yeah. Very symbolic things in here to read. Ooh, I can't wait.
All right, next, Poland had 2 covers. Once again, I don't know if it got split into 2 parts or just 2 different printings. But here's the first one.
That's a long leg.
So see, more mist people here. Vin is ascending down from the heavens with a giant sword showing off a lot of leg. Looks like she has a mist armband on that's going all over the sky. And then some angelic, creepy people floating in these cloud things.
I think, yeah. Looks like we're getting some more mist wraiths.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think those are going to be a huge thing in this book, being that it was such an integral part of the ending.
Yeah. What are the mist wraiths?
I still think they're souls that haven't passed through.
Mist spirit, not mist wraith.
Yeah. Mist wraiths.
I know what you meant, though, yeah.
Right. Now the second Poland cover.
Elend. Oh, and back to back.
Oh, cute. I usually don't like distinct faces in my covers for the characters. I like them to be vague, but I really like the faces that they picked for these two.
Yeah, these faces are cool. Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah, they both look super cool, back to back in the middle of the city. The sky's red behind them. Vin's floating a bunch of coins in front of her. Very straightforward. See, I like a cover like this because it tells me what the book's about, you know?
Cute.
I don't like covers that I have no idea what the book's about.
I'd watch this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think with the past 2 books, Poland has had one cover with Vin, one cover with Elend, and same like actor or faces for them.
That's cool.
Mm.
All right. Now we'll go with the Netherlands.
Well, we got Frodo, and he's inside of a medallion. That's what I see.
This style feels very like 80s to me.
You got a better description than I have?
Frodo with it does have a lot of Hobbit vibes because of the circle door and the green and gold colors.
It's the colors, yeah.
Also, there's like dragon scale texture on there that makes me think of Smog. So I don't know because we don't really have dragons in this world unless we get them in this next book.
I think that if that was in the book, it would have been all over the cover.
Yeah, I feel like that was made.
You
to
don't have
just
dragons
trick
and not
people.
spam them. I
There's
don't
like
think
a little
anyone's
dragon
thinking
in the
dragons
corner,
but
too.
you. I wasn't thinking that.
But look, there's a dragon on the medallion.
You know, yeah, you got a little xenomorph guy there wrapped up.
Yeah, see, there's another dragon over there.
Well, you called it. This book is all about dragons.
The dragons are coming.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Sanderson's publishing company, or his overall company, is called Dragon Steel.
There you go.
Okay.
So next will be Lithuania.
Oh, God. So these Steel Inquisitors look like vampires. And they look like, Cenobite vampires. And Vin does not look bothered by it. She's just floating in the middle.
I think it's interesting that sometimes Vin is in like very strappy, like leather corset, like fantasy style, and then some of them, like this one, she's in like a ninja superhero outfit, like completely different vibe. I like the art style.
Now we'll go with the Czech Republic.
More lightning. So you got a guy or girl? I think a girl. Vin, bunch of lightning between her hands, big face in the clouds behind, I assume represents the entity, some fire. Yeah, this is kind of a weird one, though.
It looks like 3D, like animated, like sculpted, which is interesting. You know what I'm saying, Justin? It looks like
no.
Her face and the pose looks all like it's. You can see her
3D
moving
model.
in 3D.
Do you mean?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, not sculpted, but yeah, it does look like a 3D model that was like made like 15 years ago, maybe.
Does look like she's going to the dark side in this picture, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then lastly, we'll go with Japan, which, as
Yeah, this is what we're
before,
waiting for.
the book got split into 3 parts. So here's part 1 of Japan.
Oh, God.
Cute!
They turned into little, like, animated, like,
High school
sprite
drama.
characters. This looks like an old Final Fantasy game where they're a little smaller than they're supposed to be.
So freaking cute.
Ellen kind of
They
looks
look-
like Sora. What the hell am I looking at?
I want to watch this anime.
This is the exact kind of like manga cover I would just glaze over and never look at again.
Vin looks Vin looks so shy and timid in this, like tugging on her
Mhm.
collar, like, "Do you like me?"
Yeah, they look like they're freaking 13.
Uh-huh. Okay, so now I take back the time jump thing because they would not look like this.
They looked older than this in the other Japanese covers.
Maybe they did go back in time where they're kids.
Yeah, I guess so. Mistborn babies. That's what we're reading next.
All right, Japan Part 2.
God, I'm sorry. I hate these. You got. I assume that's their Ellen, or not their Ellen. Their Sazed holding a book. Got some grouchy guy next to him. I don't know, Ham.
Oh, that's
Maybe.
yeah.
What's that? It's who?
Oh, that's Breeze. Gotta be Breeze.
Yeah, you're probably right. That's probably Breeze. And who's the guy
And
in
the
the
guy-
glasses over there?
That's Spook.
Marsh?
That's Spook.
Spook or Marsh, maybe.
It looks
And
young.
he's letting him into a broken down building. Probably their old hideout or something like that.
Cute.
I don't like this. I really don't. I loved the previous Japanese. My expectations are so high. Again, this looks like a freaking old like RPG.
So funny. This looks like a comic panel, not a cover of a book.
It wouldn't make me read the book. That's for sure.
And lastly, Part 3 for Japan.
All right.
It looks like Vin's fighting God in the sky. That's about all I have to say.
City below her.
Again, these really look like 90s manga covers. Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. The style looks a lot like that.
Or maybe 80s ones. I'm not entirely sure. But the ones I see that I have not like picked up and read.
You know what it kind of makes me think of? Like in the mid 2000s, you go to like a Barnes and Noble or Borders manga section, and you pick up one of those like 2 or 3 volume mangas that like Tokyo Pop published.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
those. It's like the short series that Tokyo Pop published, possibly even their own made up stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
I
they
have some
made
exactly
stuff
like that.
Yeah, trust me, it was their whole thing was a big deal because people would start publishing it, but then Tokyo Pop like took all the rights to it, and then they would stop publishing it, and all these people legally could not release the rest of their work. It was a big hassle,
Yeah,
especially
bullshit.
once Tokyo Pop went out of business. These people
Mhm.
didn't have the rights to it, and yeah.
Mm.
All right, so those are the covers. So now let's have you two give what is going to happen in this last book. What is the plot, beginning, middle to end?
Well, I kind of gave a sneak preview of what I think will happen, but we didn't see any other characters. Oh, we did actually. In the Japan one, we saw some other characters. So, Young Avengers will assemble. Ellen will train with his new powers to help Vin fight all the Colossus and Inquisitors, enemy forces, basically. I feel like this is going to be a big mystery solving while keeping the enemy at bay book.
What mystery?
The mystery of what the deepness is and what they have let loose and stuff. And probably like people are getting killed and they have to figure out what is killing them.
And Sheta, you also
Yeah.
said earlier that Ellen was going to die.
Yes, sadly at the end he will die. Yeah, protecting
No, he's
Vin.
not going to die.
He will.
Yeah, I think, the Colossus are going to become unruly. The Inquisitors are going to make their move. Our heroes will have to try their best to defend the city as people are randomly dying. Then they're going to learn and fight God, and then Vin will usurp the power in the way she should have. I think it's going to be actually a pretty straightforward book. I don't think there's going to be any crazy twists or anything like that.
I forgot about Kelsier returning.
Oh, well, I think
not-
that the mist I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. The people who've died, I really do think that the things in the mist are people who've died. Maybe just people with the powers who've died. I couldn't say. And I
The
think they're
ones
going to
that
commune with them. What's that?
the ones that kill people are bad people, like Zane. But the ones that help are like Kelsier.
What ones kill people? Oh, just from the people dying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I believe that that's going to be the mists or not.
Oh.
That could even just be the Steel Inquisitors wandering around. I don't know. But something is killing people in the mists. I'm really
Yeah.
curious because they keep pointing out some people get killed, some people don't, some get sick. So I'm sure that's something with, a long time ago with the genetic thing.
And also in Justin's version, Ham will die.
Well, yeah, of course he will. Ham is fucked.
After we meet his wife and his daughter, Hawkeye, too.
Yep.
Oh, and Breeze and Ariane get married.
That I don't know about.
Maybe there's not time for marriage. Maybe they just have an awkward relationship that makes everyone uncomfortable.
It didn't make anyone uncomfortable.
I guess who is left to be made uncomfortable?
Yeah, they live in old-timey times. They don't care. Breeze was the only one who cared. Everyone else was like, bro, nice.
I don't think Set is happy about it.
Set seemed like, yeah, whatever.
So,
Little slut will do what she wants.
So, do you remember when Set had his meeting with Ellen, and he told Ellen that I've lied to you 3 times during this meeting. Can you guess what they were?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the 3 lies he said during that was earlier in the meeting. He said, "I don't care about what happened with Alrianne." That was a lie.
Yeah. I think we all predicted that one.
Yep. When he said that he was not bothered when he found out about Breeze and Alrianne being together, that was a lie. It upset him. And the third lie was him saying there were 3 lies. There were only 2.
That's cheating.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but that's why he also said, I bet you'll have a hard time figuring out what they were. Because the third one was... All right.
Clever.
So yeah, next we'll be going on to Hero of Ages. Now, one thing that one of our listeners who had sent in questions, Krinok, he did give a recommendation for me that I kind of like the idea. So I'm just going to read you the very first sentence from the book.
Oh, God.
Because
okay.
it's not a spoiler, because literally after we finish this,
first
you just...
sentence. How could it be a spoiler?
Yeah, exactly. This will be the first thing you read. So this will also kind of give you the answer to earlier about who the first point of view will be. But I'll read you the first sentence of the book. Prologue. Marsh struggled to kill himself.
Oh, God. Poor Marsh.
Oh, Marsh. You should have never become a Steel Inquisitor. I knew that was bad.
I don't think he wanted to become one.
He just really wanted to figure out. Huh?
We don't know that that's Marsh's point of view. Sazed could just be sitting there calmly watching him, being like,
have a knife to his own throat, like,
man, he's having a hard time doing that. Oh dear Lord.
Poor Marsh. Jesus.
Yeah. So we'll be going into Hero of Ages. Now with Hero of Ages, it is the total number of pages are about the same as Well of Ascension. However, there are a lot more chapters. So we're going to have a lot more shorter chapters. So for the next episode, we'll be doing prologue and then chapters 1 through 5.
I was waiting for prologue with chapters 1 through 97.
Do I have any segments like that where I have 10 chapters? Kind of like we had that with Elantris. We had a 10 chapter section. Yeah, so prologue and then chapters 1 through 5. And as usual, after a book, next week there will be no new episode. So you'll have to wait one more week for the one after that. And I will let people know that, December, for me, contrary to popular belief, this is not my full-time job doing this podcast. I do have a normal full-time job, and with late November, December, it gets pretty busy for me. I have to work 6 days a week. So there may be weeks where I'm not able to get an episode out. But don't worry. We do have some bonus episodes in the can that if I can't get an episode out, I'll release that. So you'll still get something to listen to.
Woohoo!
Sheta, do you
And
want to
it's-
explain what those bonus episodes are?
Aha! Yes, I suffered greatly for those episodes. So, they are us listening to Joe read off 1-star reviews of the books that we so lovingly read. I cannot stand negative things like that, so it is torturous. So go and give it a listen if it ends up coming out. Because, God, I don't like doing
there's
them.
some awful shit in there, man. There's
It
some bad,
is-
stupid fucking shit in there. A couple that are okay, and then some of the dumbest things I've ever listened to in my life.
I would never choose to do this willingly, and I beg Joe to not ever do it again.
Oh no!
Yeah.
You know it's gonna happen again.
Yeah, we're gonna do more because I find it entertaining.
You know,
And
Sheta,
this
you don't like negative things, but you know half the internet is people subjecting them to negative shit for other people's entertainment.
I don't want to do that. It's a lot. It's a piece of my soul.
Come on, only a couple of them were so bad to be worth a piece of your soul.
But I wouldn't do it voluntarily. I make it a
So, yeah.
thing to stay away from things like that.
So yeah, that's
You're doing a bad job.
So that's something to look forward to. I'm still gonna try to get the episodes out, every single week. But if I can't, you'll get a 1-star review thing to listen to. If I happen to get everything out at the end of the month, maybe I'll just release those anyways, just for fun. Well, they'll come out at some point. You will hear them. All right. And so next we'll go into the plugs. So yeah, you two go plug your shit.
All right.
You can come plug me at Profanity Beaver on the one with the one letter, the one that is a bit of a pun, and the one that makes it sound like it might be a porn website, but it's not.
If you figure out the riddle, you can maybe find Justin's work out there. Right, Justin?
Oh, I think I was very clear. Everyone should be able to follow that sentence.
You're so annoying. Sorry for Justin.
And this is like the 38th episode. At this point, they should know where we are.
Yeah, my logic is they've been listening to me say the same things over and over. If they haven't followed me yet, they're not going to fucking do it. Yeah, it's a classic.
Oh, goodness. I also am tired of saying it. And I also feel bad that I haven't put up my YouTube channel yet.
Well, Sheta, people who say it all the time, they usually just have a way they repeat it every time. So,
Yeah, I know, but I'm not a machine. I'm a person.
Yeah, I purposely try not to do the scripted things. I like to be so random, which is why my openings and endings are always like this.
Yeah. All right. Okay, if you still haven't looked at my art, it's at Sheta_low on Instagram, and cosplay and outfits and hair stuff is on my other Instagram, Mermaid Machete. And I will get that YouTube channel started so you can watch me do crafts and things.
Yeah, you only talked about that during Elantris.
Joe, you don't have to rub it in.
It's almost ready.
All right, and then for just the Cosmic Chronicle stuff, you can leave a review, give us a rating, comment on many of your favorite podcasting places. If I know how to find them, I will read them. If you want to, you can follow us on Key Amongst Ancient Letter, formerly known as Twitter, or Blue Sky. For the Twitter one, it's at Cosmerchron, COSMERECHRON. On Blue Sky, it's Cosmere Chronicles. I think that's how you search for it on there. I don't
question mark.
Remember the question mark, otherwise they won't know what you're talking about. It's a very strange system.
Links to both those should be in the description of this. I'm not the most well versed in social media. And then for if you want to contact us directly in a way that you know that I will be able to see it, just email us, cosmicchronicles@gmail.com. And say what you want. Or if you want to give us questions for Hero of Ages, you can do it in there. That way I'll save them and keep them to the side. Or if you rather wait, see what we talk about, you can do that. Yep, and so that's that's everything with that. So as I said, next week, prologue, or not next week, week after that, it'll be prologue, and then chapters 1 through 5. So everyone go out there, have fun, and early Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I don't
And
know when
an
you're
early
posting.
Happy Hanukkah, too.
Good luck and stay warm if you're in a place where it gets cold, and stay cool if you're in a place where it gets hot.